in November. Not completely unexpected. The stadium crew at Montana State University was ready. FCS first-timers Incarnate Word haven't been in a cold weather environment in over 4 seasons. For the Bobcats of Montana State, just another day ending in Y. Who adapts to the conditions and who moves on to the next round? Over the next 3 hours, let's find out together. Cardinals, Bobcats, and snow. Next on ESPN3. Welcome to the first round of the NCAA FCS Championship. We're in Big Sky Country in Bozeman. First round action, first ever meeting as Incarnate Word takes on Montana State. The bracket on the road to Frisco, Texas begins here with the winner advancing to face defending FCS champ North Dakota State at the Fargo Dome next week. Hi, everybody. I'm Trey Bender alongside former Rutgers and Montana State head coach Doug Graber. Weather is always a big topic here, but this is an intriguing matchup of contrasting styles. The air raid against the power run game. And another big story, UIW does not have their starting quarterback.
Yeah, John Copeland, their great freshman quarterback, broke all their records. He was injured in their last game against Central Arkansas. Enter this young man, Sean Brophy, and all he did in that game, 14 for 20, 243 yards. He is experienced. He was the starter the year before.
He will key that air raid. Troy Anderson, a different approach to the gridiron.
This is an amazing, amazing athlete playing the quarterback position. He's 6'2", he's 225. He ran a 10-600 meter in high school. He's averaging 7.5 per carry. He throws it good enough to hurt you.
Montana State and UIW, two schools with impressive turnarounds from last season in snowy conditions here in Bozeman. First round play, Cardinals and Bobcats kick it off next.
Cold and snowy. We flew to Montana. Who cares? Who cares? We've been against adversity our whole entire time, right? One thing we prided ourselves on around here is doing the impossible, doing something they tell us we can't. Now the best thing about today is that's not going to take a miraculous performance from anybody. Whoever has the most routine plays at the end of this thing, that's who's going to win this game and hoist another trophy. Everybody good with me? Yes, sir. Fight for one another's. Fight for your brothers. Have your brothers back. Let's go get this thing together. Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
Good. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Win. Hey, here we go.
At Southland Coach of the Year, Eric Morris, a finalist for the Eddie Robinson Coach of the Year Award. What a turnaround after just a one-win season a year ago. They're going to kick it off here. Montana State's going to get the football first. Great atmosphere here in Bozeman.
Spectacular atmosphere, and of course the mile-high altitude is another factor that the UIW has to deal with.
Rhett Marshall booms that one through the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. We talked about the power run game of Montana State. They want to win the line of scrimmage, and they have a blue-collar guy at the helm who has 6 consecutive 100-yard rushing games, Troy Anderson.
He has been amazing. The quarterback position was kind of in a quandary, and then in fall camp, Coach Choate moved him to quarterback. Battle over. He's the guy.
You see the numbers. First team all Big Sky. The 19 rushing touchdowns is number 2 at the FCS level. From the 25-yard line, just getting underway here. First round FCS action, and it will be Anderson. We'll call his number a lot. A couple yards up to the 27-yard line, and that's it. Silas Stewart, the leading tackler for the Cardinals on the stop.
Yeah, one of the key issues in this game is going to be, obviously, UIW is going to load the box all day long. I mean, they know what Montana State is going to do. And, of course, Troy Anderson is going to have to make some plays out either wide receiver screens or down the field to beat it.
Afonso and Tucker, the split backs. It's going to be Afonso, their leading rusher across the 30, and a good gain up to the 32-yard line. Let's take a look at the impact players, and number 22, one of those.
He sure is. He's a true freshman. He's averaging 5.5 for carry. He has been their bell cow in the backfield all year.
4 times over the century mark.
And Justin Alexander, their defensive end, is an NFL guy, buddy. He has got an NFL body, and he can play.
Here's a look at Alexander. They call that hybrid position, defensive end linebacker. Look at him, keep an close eye on him coming off the edge. on 3rd and 3. Anderson wants to put it in the air to the sideline. And it's Cassis, and he's out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it. At the 33, and that'll be short of the first down. Good job by the Cardinals defense to force the punt.
Yeah, here's the throw, and that's a nice open field tackle right there by Malik Phillips. He's really been a fine boundary corner for them all year.
Jared Padmas, Big Sky Special Teams Player of the Week for a great effort at Montana last week in the huge victory. To punt it away from the 20-yard line, it's Cody Edwards awaiting on the punt. It hits at the 30, takes a sideways hop, and will be down at the 26-yard line. And we get a look now at this air raid offense. And Sean Brophy, a lot of reps in their last game. That helps him. He did see a lot of action last year for this program.
He was there in the spring. He's been through that. This offense is a quarterback-driven offense. He's a veteran guy. He knows the offense. He can make all, and really, this offense depends on that guy right there, the quarterback, to make all the checks, all the audibles. They put a load on the quarterback.
A little bit taller than John Copeland. Not as mobile, they feel. Let's see how he fares against a physical Montana State defense. They'll start their first series from 27, and flags everywhere.
I think the right tackle, number 75.
False start. Offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Jeremy Jones will get a little anxious here. Opening game of the FCS tournament. I can understand that.
Returning starter out of San Antonio, where Incarnate Word is located. Jeremy Valentine is our lead referee here on a cold day in Big Sky Country. 1st and 15. We'll see a lot of different formations. They'll go trips to the right side this time. Play action to the other sideline, and a diving catch made by Philip Baptiste for a short gain.
Montana State did a great job of disguising the coverage. At the last second, number 18, Conkle, the safety, went into a too-deep zone, and they threw right into it. They're fortunate that wasn't picked off.
2nd and 13. Again, the 3-receiver look to the right for Brophy, and again movement. It's loud and cold, and it looked like the left guard that time moved prematurely.
Montana State has great fans, and that's never changed. I was the head
Snap
coach.
infraction. Offense, number 72. 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
They love their Cats, and I'll tell you, they really loved them last week when they beat the Grizz, the hated Grizz.
The brawl of the wild and the emotions of that. The coaches every year talk about how they just lay it all on the line. They've had to hit the reset button to gear up for this playoff game.
That's a major problem for Coach Choate.
2nd and 18 now. Brophy steps up in the pocket and away from pressure. Going to throw on the run, back against the grain. A nice play there as he completes it. Underneath, it was Dickens, the running back, with the grab. Michael Jobman on the tackle.
Boy, and that is major, because Dickens, you see him right there limping off the field after that catch. He is a great running back. That is a major problem for UIW if he can't return.
He's a finalist for the Peyton Award, the Offensive Player of the Year. They can ill afford to lose him. 3rd and 3 now. Bobbled snap, down goes Brophy. Braden Conkle, the strong safety. And they'll force him to punt it.
I can't say enough for the way the Bobcats are disguising their coverage. This is a late blitz, and totally free was Conkle, and he knew exactly what to do. Obviously, Brophy had no chance.
Conkle has split time between safety and linebacker. He hit him like a middle linebacker, and they'll punt it away.
He certainly did. Boy, that was a great series for this Montana State defense.
Both teams looking good here at the outset defensively as David Balcom ready to punt it away. Junior from Australia, and it's blocked. Blocked by Askerson and taken into the end zone for a touchdown. Lance McCutcheon, and the Bobcats are on the board.
What an exhilarating start to this game for the Montana State Bobcats. A great defensive series, a block punt. You can't start any better than that. That was number 34 who blocked the punt.
Nolan Askelson just got a piece of it there.
Just enough of it. And, and the punter, of course, that's David Balcom. He's an Australian, and he was a little slow getting the ball off.
What a start. Special teams play to put Montana State on the board. Tristan Bailey for the extra point, and it's 7-0.
Definitely some jitters in that series for UIW.
Askelson gets a piece. McCutcheon in midair. Bobcats in front. $7-0 Montana State, a special team score. Nolan Askelson, a freshman from Billings, Montana, with a big play.
Yeah, this is a great job by Askelson to get the left hand in, and of course McCutcheon is all over it, the veteran. Huge start for Montana State.
McCutcheon doubles as a starting receiver, so he's familiar with grabbing the ball out of the air. Absolutely.
And, special teams have been an issue for UIW this year. That they've really struggled in the kicking game. Coach Morris said he didn't even like to watch the kickers in the pregame because they don't know which one they're going to use. They have two.
And obviously the start you want in postseason play in front of the home crowd for Montana State, as Bailey will put a short kick out there and across the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Sal Aguilar on the tackle on that return from Gunnar Henderson. So how do you get up off the deck if you're Incarnate Word now after that start?
That was a horrible offensive series with the penalties, with the fumbled snap. Obviously a lot of jitters for the Cards to start this game. They just got to calm down, get back to work.
They looked really good in their last game in Central Arkansas with 656 yards of total offense and a big win over a good Bears team. They'll start this series from the 29. There's Dickens straight ahead. A yard, and that's about it to the 30-yard line.
Very impressed with the way that Montana State is scheming on defense and changing the coverages at the last second. And boy, that's good to see that young man. But that did not look good when he limped off the field.
And the impact players involved in that play, Stirk, a junior from Linden, Washington, second team All Big Sky. They give him a couple on that run just shy of the 31-yard line. Play action this time. Brophy over the middle, has a man, first down grab and more. Into Montana State territory goes Cam Williams. Ty Okada finally brings him down.
Well, that was a great throw by Brophy. The play action, the linebacker stepped up. He couldn't get back under Williams, and he put it right on the money.
Williams has had some big games this year, and this is a team that can hurt you in a lot of ways. Here's Dickens trying to bounce to the outside, loses his footing, and goes down at the 29-yard line. Good delivery here by Brophy in this last pass.
Yeah, the play action was the key here, but that ball was delivered perfectly, and the safeties were really too wide. It was a cover two, and the safeties couldn't get back to the center of the field to make that play.
Brophy spent 1 year at Glendale Community College last year, as there's a flag on the field.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, number 1. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down. This is number 1's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul for the game.
It's Greg Filer, the junior corner from Compton, California.
Well, that's a mistake. This offense is outstanding. I mean, and that guy right there, Coach Choate, he is not going to like that penalty one bit.
Third season at the helm, 5 wins last year, big year this year, 7 wins. And a date in the first round of the FCS playoffs, empty set this time. They swing it out for Cody Edwards, makes a man miss inside the 10. Edwards has a first down as he's inside the 5-yard line. School record in terms of receiving yards for the senior from Mesquite, Texas.
Yeah, he's very good, and that was a great block by Cam Williams on the corner, and that's why that was such a good play.
And first and goal now, and you'll see this often, Coach. You've been there where you work off those early game jitters and you get into a groove, and Brophy has appeared to find that.
He sure has. Now, this is unusual now. They have brought a heavy package in, which has not done this year. They've got 2 big backs in the backfield.
Raquan Dickens will take the snap here with a couple fullbacks. And a flag. They don't get that snap off.
That's the danger, you know, when you take a guy who has not played running back and put him at the halfback position.
Full start. Offense number 75. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
It's that right tackle again, Jeremy Jones.
Yeah, and I think the back moved as well. So, again, you just can't have those kind of penalties at this position on the field. You got a 1st and goal. That's a killer.
Well, their focus was be sound fundamentally and physical. Match what Montana State brings to the table. They've had some unforced errors here.
Montana State has brought the nickel back on the field. That's Ty Okada, who's playing the nickel spot today, number 3.
Snap back and a handoff to Dickens. And he gets some of that yardage back, just shy of the 5-yard line. Braden Conkle, who had the big sack earlier in the first quarter on the tackle.
You know, this air raid offense is really amazing to watch. Of course, Coach Morris he was the offensive coordinator at Texas Tech. He had a guy by the name of Pat Mahomes there who wasn't bad.
Not too shabby. 2nd and goal now, rolling right. Brophy fires for the pylon, caught for the touchdown. It's hauled in by Jalen Campbell, the true freshman from College Station, Texas, and they're on the board.
Yeah, too much room. The corner just gave him too much room. A good sprint out, an excellent throw by Brophy. Take a look at it here. Good throw on the run, got his shoulders turned, perfect throw. Very, very well timed up offensive play.
Great response from the Cardinals. After a block punt resulted in a touchdown. Here's Rhett Marshall for the extra point. And the freshman knocks it through there. We're tied at 7. Brophy, impressive on that drive, Coach.
Very impressive on that drive.
Rolling right, putting it on the money, and Campbell hangs on.
And here's a play against cover 2. Safety's a little slow. Williams, of course, makes a nice catch. Here's an outstanding throw. Great block by Williams right there, number 14. That was the reason that play, and this is a terrific throw to Jalen Campbell on the sprint out.
6 plays, 71 yards, and those were the concerns for Montana State with an injured secondary. How do you replicate facing an air raid offense?
You can't, and the problem is they lost 2 of their corners last week in their big win against the University of Montana Grizzlies.
Rhett Marshall's kick will not be returned, and they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. Montana State getting a special team score. Now Coach Choate will try to get his offense going with Troy Anderson at the helm.
The key issue here is going to be the answer that Montana State has. It's obvious that defensive coordinator Justin Deason, that he's going to load the box all day. They're going to have to beat that. How? They're going to have to run perimeter plays, quick screens, and eventually Troy Anderson's going to have to beat it with his arm.
I saw Coach Choate's numbers, signed an extension last season, 8th head coach to lead Montana State into postseason play. They'll go from the 25-yard line. A sideline screen. It's caught by McCutcheon, who scored their first touchdown, and he's out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Cam Knight, the senior free safety on the tackle.
Yeah, this is a terrific block right here. That's their outstanding tight end, Connor Sullivan, number 87. That was a deep cleater.
He's 6'5" and 235. Their tight end's a big part of their offense here as they pick up 6 on that first catch by McCutcheon. Here's a keeper. Anderson's going to pitch it. It's into the hands of Cassis, the wide receiver, and he picks up a first down up to the 48. Cam Knight again on the tackle. There's a wrinkle as they've lined up Cassis all over the place this year.
Yeah, this is another way to beat the loaded box. Run the triple option. Nice pitch by Troy Anderson. Very positive play.
And they go huddle a lot, but every now and then up tempo, and they speed it up to the line of scrimmage here from the 48-yard line. Handoff straight ahead. Ifanze, tough sledding, maybe 3 yards as he gets it across midfield.
Yeah, in talking to Coach, here they go again. They're getting ready to go. They like to change it up during the game to kind of get the defense out of rhythm, and I like it. I think that's an outstanding theory. If you go fast all the time, the defense gets used to it. Now you don't know what's coming.
When we ask him about his offense, what is it? Spread zone attack, read option. He says a little bit of everything. He also likes to talk about the old school single wing. But they can change it up on you and confuse you at times.
Yeah.
Here's a different look.
A totally different look. And of course, that was Cassis at quarterback.
And they're going to hand it off here to Shane Perry, a true freshman from Danville, California. They get his number called. Silas Stewart on the tackle. It's a first down to the 41.
You know, and again, perimeter runs, which of course that was the option play. Eventually, they're going to force UIW to play more legitimate defense and unload the box a little bit.
Interesting seeing Perry getting his number called here. Logan Jones is not active. Their backup running back, so we could see some guys that have seen limited action this year at the running back spot. First down from the 41. Again, 3 running backs in the backfield. And a loss, a big play by Justin Alexander, the senior. He is active, and he has great length as well.
6'5", 265, 8.5 sacks, 12.5 TFLs, and he just had another one right there. He is an outstanding athlete.
Second team All Southland Conference this year. No gain. 2nd and 10 from the 41 now. It's time to go gun with Anderson. Looking to throw it over the middle. Catch made. It's the tight end Connor Sullivan. And he's down to the 32-yard line. Tackle made by Silas Stewart.
You know, Troy Anderson is not a great thrower. I mean, let's be honest, but he has to throw good enough today to keep them honest and keep them from loading the box against their great running game.
He's gotten better as the season has worn on. Part of it was making the move to a new offensive coordinator, Matt Miller. 3rd down and a yard now from the 32. They'll go double tights to the left side this time. Anderson calling his number, running left, hit hard at the 30 and driven backwards. Does have the first down as Stewart popped up.
Boy, that was an outstanding hit by Stewart. They filled it right now. Okay, here's what we're going to see from Troy. Take a look at it right. This is just a quarterback power. Nothing complicated here. We're going to see the quarterback run the power. We're going to see the counter. We're going to see the power read. We're going to see Troy Anderson carry the ball a lot of different ways.
And 2 of the tougher guys colliding on that last exchange. They'll hand it off to Afonso, dragging a tackler to the 26-yard line. That was Markel Cooks, the Mike linebacker.
Yeah, and Chris Thomas, the corner, was the first one in on the hit. And there we see Isaiah Afonso going off. He lost his shoe.
Pick up a 5 as we near the 4-minute mark here in the first quarter. Bobcats a special teams touchdown. Incarnate Word a 71-yard touchdown drive. And now Montana State trying to regain the lead. McCutcheon and Cassis split to the top of the screen. Anderson, play action. Rolling right and had to get rid of it. Guess who was chasing? Alexander was in the backfield all over.
He is such a good player in space. He is very athletic. He's definitely an NFL defensive end. No question about that. Just watch his athleticism right here. Now remember, Troy Anderson, he ran a 10.600 meter in high school. He can run. And Alexander chased him down.
Well, that concerned the Montana State coaches, Alexander and Harris at that edge position. Let's look at the early numbers for Troy Anderson, the sophomore from Dillon, Montana.
Well, he's fun to watch, and then you're right, he's just a sophomore. I don't think he'll probably be a quarterback his whole career here. They really think he could be an NFL outside linebacker.
On 3rd and 5, a run to the right, quarterback keeper, and close to the first down is Anderson. Cam Knight wrestling him out of bounds, and this will be close enough to measure maybe. It looks like maybe half a yard short.
And I would definitely think that they would go for this here if it is short. You've got a very potent offense on that other sideline. You've got to score touchdowns.
Well, this is that blue-collar mentality that Coach Choate loves. They want to win the line of scrimmage with a run game.
Yeah, this is just a quarterback sweep, really. Good spot by the official.
4th and half a yard, and penalty flag is thrown in from the side judge. And they're
full start. Offense, number 97. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
Now this is a decision, and it looks like we have Tristan Bailey, the kicker, coming on the field. That's a shame. That's a mistake you can't make.
You know, he likes those situations, 4th and short with his quarterback, and then power of his offensive line. But Wilson Brott moved prematurely, so here is Bailey. And this will be a 44-yarder from the left hash. 11 of 15 on the year, but he's missed 3 of his last 4. 44 officially. Kick on the way. I don't know if it has enough. It is short and off to the right. So kicking woes on both sides, and we remain tied at 7.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, that's a wasted drive. That hurt.
Tied at 7. First round play. FCS championship on the road to Frisco.
Washington State became very good friends. A lot of respect, mutual respect across the sidelines.
Under Mike Leach there, as coaching receivers was Morris, and defensive run game coordinator and linebackers, Coach Choate. UIW with the football after the missed field goal as they hand it off to Raquan Dickens, and he's up to the 32. Ty Okada on the stop. This is a guy they got to get going to have success here on the road.
Yeah, and again, I did this team's opening game against New Mexico, and boy, he put on a show that night, did Dickens.
Over 1,000 yards, school record number. Play action for Brophy. Pocket collapses, dumps it off. Catch by Amir King, the backup running back, and he's close to a first down at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, I think that it looks like it's going to be spotted, I'd say about a half a yard short, I think.
It was Stirk, the defensive end, that knocked him down, and it's third and about that half yard you talked about. As we hit the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter.
So, this is new for UIW. They have not done this. They brought a tight end, and it's really a linebacker playing a tight end spot. You get 2 big bodies on the field.
Straight ahead handoff. It's King. He's hit initially, but he keeps his turning. Ball comes free at the 40. Who's got it? Bobcats. Jaquay Allen, the junior free safety. King did a good job to get the first down, but he coughs it up.
Allen has been a monster for them in the secondary this year. This is a great job. Here's the ball right, stripped out. I believe that was Tucker Yates that stripped it out, and Allen was right there to recover. Yeah, that was Tucker Yates. That's a great job of getting a hand in on that ball.
So a special teams touchdown, a block punt. Costly for UIW. Now they cough it up on their end of the field. And Montana State, a short field to work with. Little shovel pass to Afonso. Oh, they string it out well. Great job over there as Jawan Giles, the Sam linebacker, read it.
I am amazed at Justin Alexander, the defensive end. Wow, can he run? He chased that all the way down to the sideline.
How about that 9 straight with a takeaway after this fumble by King here?
Great job of stripping the football, and Allen right there all over it.
But a loss on the first play from scrimmage. They're back at the 44-yard line. Cassis will go in motion this time. Anderson, pressure from the backside. He escapes Harris and runs inside the 40 and out of bounds. There, he showcased the speed that you talked about.
Well, Malik Harris right there, he made a great inside move on Connor Wood, the right tackle. Again, these 2 defensive ends are studs. I mean, both of them.
Well, Harris is from Omaha. Great 1-2 punch there. 3rd down and 9 now after Anderson evades the loss.
They're in a 3-4 front this time, and they have Anderson at middle linebacker. Now, he's the defensive end.
We'll show a lot of looks on defense. On 3rd down, Anderson's going to set up the screen, and incomplete. Wanted McCutcheon there, and that was in a crowded area.
That was, and that was very well defended. That was Louis Otis. The corner was in good shape on that.
I don't see the punt team here. It's 4th and 9, and Anderson's still on the field. They're at least showing that they'll go for it from the 40-yard line.
This may be a quick kick. He's done this before. Yes,
and that's what he'll do. Anderson doesn't hit it well. It hits inside the 20 and takes a sideways hop, not returnable out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that's the 4th time this year now that they've had a quick kick with Anderson.
So a lot of fireworks here. We've seen a little bit of everything. We knew the formations would be unique on both sides of the ball. How about these first-round matchups, Coach, as you look at them as we get underway in the FCS run to Frisco, Texas?
Well, you see the ESPN favorites there. East Tennessee State, big time. Lamar at Northern Iowa. UNI has been a great program.
San Diego's a really good football team. Some veteran leaders. Anthony Lawrence, team that won a game at NAU last year in the FCS playoffs. First down from the 15-yard line. Here's Dickens trying to navigate some real estate. Not a lot available. He gets a couple to the 17 as Michael Jobman, the sophomore from Huntland Project, Montana, on the tackle.
Yeah, and that was a dead play right off the bat because they brought the safety, Brandon Kokel, on a safety blitz right into the play. So that was not a good opportunity for UIW.
2nd and 8 upcoming, and that's the final play of our first quarter. We've seen a block punt return for a touchdown, a long touchdown drive as well. It was a good start for the Bobcats getting a score here, but the Cardinals answer, and we're all even. Second quarter coming up for Bozeman. You have Sorka Range in the east, Gallatin Range in the west. Dry conditions, right? Yesterday, different story today. Snow is on the ground. We could see some snow later today. An entertaining game, though. First round FCS play as we start the second quarter. All even. Brophy will go to the air on first down, and he completes it to Philip Baptiste. Filer runs him out of bounds, but a good gain. And let's see where they mark it. It's going to be just shy of the first down at the 24-yard line.
You know, Brophy has made some good throws on the run today, and he was advertised as more of a pure pocket thrower, but he has thrown the ball very well on the sprint out and on some of the play action.
Baptiste, their top target, first team All-Southland Conference. You see the total yardage, passing yardage. We talked about the contrast, the air raid here against the power run game of Montana State. 3rd and 2. Brophy to the sideline, incomplete. Wanted Zaire Andre, tough catch to make. Okada over there on coverage.
Yeah, Okada has played very little this year and obviously thrust into action today as the nickelback because they lost 2 outstanding corners in that game up in Missoula last Saturday. And speaking of that, you know, Trey, that's really tough to play that game and have it end the way it did. It was crazy. And to win that game, and then all of a sudden you got to refocus and get it back and ready to play in the playoffs.
Yeah, they erased a 22-0 deficit in the second quarter to pull out that win over Montana. Here's Balcom to kick it away. Cassis awaits it. It hits off the side of his foot and rolls out of bounds. An effective roll, not a pretty kick, and they'll mark it at the 36-yard line. And there's a flag on the field. So we'll have to sort this out.
I think this is going to be against Montana State. Not sure what the call is, but we'll see. Interesting, the Australian punter.
During the kick, holding, number 44 of the return team. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down, timeout.
Yeah, Daniel Hardy, the guilty party. It was on Montana State. We'll take a break. Just underway, second quarter from Bozeman. 3 Notre Dame looks for an undefeated season, 12-0, and a berth in the college football playoff when they take on old rival USC at the Coliseum. Like everything else, you can watch it live on the ESPN app from anywhere. Always special when those two get together. Playoff football here, and a fumble for Montana State, and they get it back. Almost disaster, as it was recovered by Travis Johnson, who they've used at quarterback in different situations, and they're lucky to get it.
Yeah, they really are. And Travis Johnson, just poor timing here, and he tried to pull it out. I think he was trying to read the defensive end. That's the problem with playing multiple quarterbacks. You just don't get enough reps.
Anderson tried to take the handoff. Now he's back in at the quarterback spot. It's 2nd and 14. To the sideline, Cassis. Boy, they hem him in well. Ball comes free. They're going to say he's down. Down at the 23. That was well defended. And right now the Bobcats having a tough time hanging on to the pigskin.
I tell you, I am absolutely amazed at that young man right there, Justin Alexander. He's the one that recovered the fumble. This team runs so well on defense. Just look at the red hats around this football. Boy, I don't know about that. That was pretty close.
Ian Peterson on the tackle knocked it free, but they say he was down. 3rd and long now. Anderson, quarterback draw, right up the gut. That's not going to pick up the first down. Well short of the stick as he's upended at the 29 by Malik Harris, the senior end. And how about this Cardinals defense?
Well, you got 2 NFL guys playing the defensive ends. You got Malik Harris and Alexander. They are both spectacular football players and a lot of speed in the secondary. And that's, they're getting some plays in areas on the perimeter where they can make plays. But UIW runs so well and pursues so well that they're having problems with beating it.
Jared Padmas, 3-year starter, as their punter will get the kick away from the 19-yard line. A knuckleball hits at the 31, away from the returner Edwards, and takes a Bobcats roll, and it's an effective one down to the 11-yard line.
Well, that is a great, great kick, and that's why everybody likes the rugby-style kicking, no question about it.
So they pin him back deep. Montana State getting a good special teams play there. We're all even. Elements here in the FCS playoffs. First round action. It's starting to snow a little bit more. Snowed in the morning hours. We expect the snow to accumulate. As you look at the quarterback comparison, Brophy had that great drive. He's been good throwing the football.
He certainly has.
From the 11-yard line, Dickens trying to get to the edge. They string him out, and a good play by Conkle, 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, that was a great fill by the safety, Conkle, from right down the road here in Belgrade. And you're right, Trey, here comes the snow.
Montana State, the more the better. They'd like to muddy this game up a little bit. It's about power football for them. Brophy looking at a 2nd and 7. Pressure coming, evades it momentarily, gets rid of the football. Did a good job sidestepping the rush there as Kyle Finch was in the backfield. Grant Collins in coverage, but they have a tough spot here, 3rd and 7.
Yeah, Brophy has been outstanding in this game.
Across the line of scrimmage, incomplete pass, 3rd down.
Right. And he's a young man that went to Glendale Community College in California.
From his own end zone, and had to get rid of it. Boy, that's a series they would like to soon forget. Montana State keeping the pressure on. And there's a flag in the end zone.
That was Grant Collins.
There was no eligible receiver in the area of the pass. Intentional grounding, offense number 3. That foul occurred in the end zone, results in a safety.
And that gives Montana State the lead. Brophy threw it from his end zone, and they get 2 points.
He had to, because Grant Collins, they ran the blitz, the Mike linebacker, Grant Collins was all over him. Take a look at it here now. Watch the pressure on him, and that's a good call. There is nobody in the vicinity. I think it was supposed to be a screen to Dickens, but for some reason he didn't release to the screen. Crazy.
Well, Grant Collins providing the pressure, and they were fantastic rushing the quarterback on that series.
They really were, and there were 2 throwaways by Brophy. I am very, very impressed with the game plan of defensive coordinator Ty Gregoric for Montana State. They're disguising coverages great, because you have to against this air raid offense. If you let them know what you're doing, the quarterback and receivers, they're gonna eat you alive.
There's a look at the staff. The DC, has a really physical bunch of guys, and they love coaching them. And they opt to kick it away with Rhett Marshall, their kickoff specialist, from the 20-yard line here after the safety.
Yeah, and now UIW is kicking into the wind. And the wind, it was a factor on the missed field goal for Montana State, no question.
The Bobcats should get excellent field position. They have their twin safeties back at the 20-yard line here awaiting the kick. Marshall with a good kick. Returnable.
This is Allen.
Allen across the 30. Jaquay Allen trying to get to the outside, keeps his footing, and they'll have it at the 42-yard line after a really good kick return. Here's a look at that play in the safety.
Yeah, and I think this is a great call by this Missouri Valley crew. Dickens does not get out on the screen. There are no receivers anywhere close.
And now, normally, you'd like to have a safety valve in that situation, right?
Absolutely, and I'll tell you what, Raquan Dickens kind of quit on that play a little bit, to be very honest with you, and that's the reason they got that call.
So a 9-7 Montana State lead, and they have a short field to start from the 42-yard line. Anderson, play action, rolling right, under duress, keeps his footing. Tries to tuck it and get something positive on the play, and he's out of bounds at the 45-yard line, 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, a lot of running for a 3-yard pickup. Again, I don't think that Montana State has seen this kind of speed defensively that UIW has.
That was Giles, who's a Sam linebacker and also plays a nickel, 4-year impact guy out of Farmerville, Louisiana. 2nd and 7. Anderson pitches it at the last moment. Here's Cassis to the outside, and a first down to the 45. They've run that a couple times. Kyle Covington finally on the stop.
Yeah, and that has been their most effective way of beating the loaded fronts that UIW running the option play. That's the only play that's consistently gain yardage for them outside.
Cassis, a versatile guy, a junior who has played some quarterback. He'll carry it on the fly sweep, and you see him there in the option game from the 44. In the backfield, escaping is Afonso, reversing field. Here he goes. 30. And he's down to the Cardinals' 26-yard line. Talk about ad-lib ability in the open field. Otis finally on the tackle.
Yeah, and watch number 2 here, Alexander, all over it right there, but a great move by Afonso. Turns it into a positive play. Good blocking downfield.
Tremendous talent. You see his numbers. The former Washington Gatorade Player of the Year. He's physical despite being just 5'10 and 190. Play action this time for Anderson. To the sideline. Catch is made. It's Cassis. And it's a first down grab.
That's the best throw that Troy Anderson has made up to this point. And he's kind of streaky as a quarterback. And Coach Choate told me yesterday that once he gets on a streak, he can be very good.
And Kyle Covington on the tackle. Cassis involved in a lot of phases for this offense.
He's a quarterback. He's a wide receiver, running back. He does it all.
They will send Johnson in motion this time. Anderson elects to keep it, and he's hit hard, as they had a player crashing down from the left side of the formation there. And an injured player. We'll take a break here as we have an injured player for Incarnate Word, Javon Wright. 9:08 to go. Second, Javon Wright off on his own power as he went down in that last play.
Yeah, Javon Wright from right there in San Antonio. Of course, that's right where UIW resides. The old historic school, but football is new for them, just the last 10 years.
Now, Coy Steele is in the Wildcat formation here. A different look for the Bobcats. Now they break out of it, and they'll bring Cassis in as the quarterback. How about this formation? And we have a couple penalty flags. Make it a third.
Full start. Offense number 66. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Connor Wood, the right tackle.
Yep. And again, a lot of times when they get into the different formations and shit, there you see Coach Choate. He is not happy with that, and I don't blame him. But when they're trying to run some audibles and they're really holding the football.
You want the element of surprise, but instead, they have a 5-yard mark off, and now it's 2nd and 13. Here's a handoff to Afonso, trying to stretch it to the outside. Stewart got to him. Got him from the backside. He's been all over the field, the senior from Wilmington, Delaware.
Yeah, Silas Stewart is really their outstanding outside linebacker, and he's another one. He can really, really run.
Second team All-Southland Conference. Speed is got to be the story here. It's finesse against power, this matchup. UIW against Montana State.
3rd and 9.
The line to make the 2-yard line. Anderson rolling right, under pressure. Anderson throws, and he just got rid of it. Carl Tucker was closest to the football at 4th down.
And Carl Tucker was getting close to the sideline, and he had already turned up the sideline when the ball was thrown. Here, take a look at it right here. See, he's looking up the field. He's totally out of it. That's a good job of pulling off on that hit, because that's a defense. That was Juwan Giles. That's a defenseless player.
And Malik Harris was chasing the quarterback, and it's the field goal team now. Tristan Bailey, who's already missed once. This will be a shorter attempt from 29 yards out of the hold of the punter, Padmas, and it's a fake. Bailey rolling right. Needs the 2. He's not going to get there. He's run out of bounds. Juwan Giles knocks him out, and they turn it over on downs.
Yeah, that was a terrific job by UIW covering the fake. No place to go with the football. Very good, disciplined effort by this defense right there. Take a look. There's no place. He decided early I better tuck him.
How about the little flip here? Punter to kicker.
Yep. But good discipline by this Cardinal defense.
And their speed can make up for a lot of deficiencies.
Boy. Oh, they run so well.
So they opt not to take the 3, instead trying to fake it there, and it backfires. Still a 9-7 lead for Montana State. They do have the Cardinals backed up at their 8-yard line. Brophy. Caught. It's Baptiste. And that gives them some breathing room as they'll mark him down at the 18. Good enough for a 1st down.
And absolutely, I've always, as a head coach, wanted to throw the football in 1st and 10 when you're backed up.
Hesitating is Brophy, now downfield and out of bounds, again intended for Baptiste. He's the guy they look to often. Filer was on the coverage there.
And the wind has definitely picked up since the start of this game. And I think the wind had some effect on that throw. UIW is going into the wind now here in the 2nd quarter.
Good numbers for Brophy. Had the 71-yard touchdown drive that got him on the board in the 1st quarter. Facing a 2nd and 2 here. Trips to the top of the screen. Play action. Brophy. Tipped and almost intercepted. It was in the hands of Damian Washington, and he was thinking about 6.
Boy, I tell you, that is a ball you surely would like to come up with as a defensive player. Hit him right in the hands. Zone coverage right there. Ball hit him right in the chest between the 2 and the 7.
3rd and 10. Bobcats will rush 5. A blitzer coming in to the sideline. Brophy incomplete. Pressure for Montana State has picked up, and they've really been putting Brophy under duress.
Yeah, since about the middle of the 1st quarter, they have blitzed quite a bit, and they've had a lot of pressure on them.
And you'd have to say so far, Coach, in this one, the defenses have been very impressive on both sides.
They really have. And you know what? The weather is a little bit of a factor, too. I mean, throwing and catching, the temperature is about 29 degrees, and now the wind is blowing. That has an effect on your offense.
The Australian Balcom gets his kick away from the 10-yard line. Cassis awaits it. It hits near midfield and dies, and it'll come to a rest at the 43-yard line. Again, excellent field position for Montana State. Coach Choate has his team in front midway through the 2nd quarter.
What is this guy doing?
I can't get through the gate. The gate is narrow.
He's a ranch kid. I mean, come on. These Montana kids now, I'm telling you, these ranch kids are tough hombres. I know from personal experience.
A lot of old school guys that buck the hay and spend time on the ranch as penalty flags come in here before the snap.
Full start. Offense, number 66. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
Connor Wood, the right tackle.
Yeah, that'll drive you crazy as a coach, and that's his 2nd one. You got good field position now. They had good field position deep in territory. Penalty. The penalties are really hurting the Montana State.
1st and 15 now, and with a team that relies on the run game, it's really costly. 1st and 15, much tougher to pick up when you rely on the run. They'll go to Cassis here on the fly sweep, trying to get to the outside. He gets that yardage back and a little bit more. Run out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to set up 2nd and 9. And almost everything that Montana State is doing is trying to attack the perimeter. And again, the defensive coordinator for UIW, Justin Deason, he said, I'm going to load the box. And, man, he isn't kidding. They are loading the box, but they've had enough speed. I mean, Montana, that's another play that could have been an outstanding game for Montana State. The speed of UIW is really hurting them.
2nd and 9, Bobcats from their 44. Play action this time, and incomplete. The tight end, Connor Sullivan, wasn't looking for it. It was a quick delivery from Troy Anderson.
Yeah, and the reason it was so quick was because Silas Stewart, the outside backer, blitzed, and it was right in his face, and he had to get rid of the football.
All right, it's 3rd and 9. Now we know about the edge presence from that UIW brings. This is a dangerous down for the Montana State offense.
It certainly is. And at some point, that young man right there, Troy Anderson, is going to have to make some throws down the field.
They give him a good pocket, has time, goes over the middle, and he does go down the field, and it's incomplete. And there's a late flag coming in. Intended for Travis Johnson. Lewis Otis was with him, but I think some grabbing going on there.
Yeah, there was a little bit of contact, and he made the right decision. There was no safety in the middle of the field.
Pass interference, defense, number 10, 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Well, that's a big one on a 3rd and 9.
That really is, and again, the penalty to start the series puts him in a bind. Well, no question, there's some contact there. It was, he's got his hand. Well, that's a great call. We couldn't see that from this angle. That's a great shot by our crew.
1st down at the 41 for Coach Chode and company, trying to get a score here before the break. They got a block punt touchdown and a safety, but looking for something from their offense. Ifanze. Oh, he's gang tackled after a yard, the 40-yard line. Nothing doing there. Malik Harris, the defensive end, was in there, and he got some help.
Yeah, Cam Knight, that's number 18, the safety. Again, that loaded box is tough to run against. Watch the safety. Watch Cam Knight here. Look how fast he reacts. In my opinion, what Montana State is going to have to do is start running some play-action passes.
They have 2 receivers split right, Cassis and McCutcheon on a 2nd down. Little delay, Ifanze, and they cross him up a little bit as he picks up yardage down to the 36-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, that was West Lambert, number 43, the middle linebacker, and he just got him by his foot. If he had been able to break that tackle, he had a big gain.
Fonse's had some big games. He had 227 on the ground against Cal Poly, most ever by a freshman at Montana State. But this is a passing down here. As you look at 3rd downs today, it's been troublesome for the Bobcats.
It really has. Now they're, of course, in coverage. The box is not loaded at all.
And they're going to run quarterback option to the right side, a keeper for Anderson, and that is their bread and butter, and a 1st down.
And again, Trey, the reason that was successful is because they did not load the box. They played coverage, and there you saw the speed of Troy Anderson right there. 7.5 per carry.
8 total in his career, an MSU record of 100-yard games, and he is a blue-collar guy, and he moves the chains, and he calls his number again, cuts it up, and he's down to the 20-yard line. This is what they want to do. Get behind this kid who's 6'3". They list him at 225, the old-school ranch kid at quarterback.
Yep. Now, he's a tough hombre, and this UIW defense now, that's 2 consecutive plays where they've really definitely had him on their heels a little.
And if you're thinking this is just to cross him up, to set something else up. That's not the case. They like to go to Anderson. Now they split him out. So here's a different look. And Cassis is in a quarterback. Fakes the handoff. Cassis is going to keep it. And a couple yards, and that's it inside the 20-yard line.
Well, this is the third down now in this series, and this is a big one.
And they're going to bring in a tight end and their lead running back, Afonso, as well.
You know, Montana State has had great field position for most of the first half, but they have not been able to cash in. Here's another opportunity.
They need 3. They shift Brott, the blocking tight end, to the left side of the formation. Double tights on that side. Cassis in motion. Anderson's going to keep it straight ahead, and he didn't get there. He is turned back. Wes Lambert was in the middle of things, and he got some help from Markel Cooks. It's 4th down.
Yeah, that was the quarterback power. And this looks like Tristan Bailey is on the field for another attempt.
13 plays on the drive, but looks like they'll settle for a field goal here. Bailey has missed once. They had a fake field goal attempt last time down here. And this one a 35-yard attempt for the junior from Colorado Springs. Kick on the way with the wind behind him, and he drills it. 12-7. Bobcats add to their lead. ESPN's coverage of the FCS Championship continues with second-round coverage on ESPN3. For more information, go to ncaa.com, the official online home for all 90 NCAA championships. Miscues have been a story here in the first half.
Absolutely, and Montana State has had great opportunities to really blow this open, but they haven't. And here's been the difference. That's the first points the offense has scored. The fumble was huge. The block punt, the defense has done a nice job. Here's the safety, excellent call by the Missouri Valley crew, no question about that. But the offense has scored only 3 points. The rest have been put on the board by the defense.
And a 12-7 game. We've seen a little bit of everything here. Block punt touchdown, safety in the end zone. Montana State has a great tradition, 9 FCS playoff trips, and 2014, it's been a while. They're used to success up here in this part of the country.
They really are, and when Coach Choate took this job over 3 years ago, the program had really kind of fallen on tough times because they've had a great tradition here for a bunch of years.
And you were part of that in the early 80s as their head coach. They've beaten Montana 3 straight times, and that's a big thing here in this part of the country as that one goes through the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. 3:01 to work with for Incarnate Word, and the Cardinals have their 3 timeouts as well to work with.
That young man right there has had a great background in coaching. Of course, you know, he was at the University of Washington. He's been at a lot of Washington State. He's been at Boise State. He's really had a great career, and he's the right guy for this job.
Tutored under Chris Peterson, as well as Mike Leach, and there's a pass interference on Montana State. They're going to get Damian Washington here, as that was intended for Jalen Campbell.
Yeah, and I think he did. There was obviously just a little bit of contact early. A lot of discussion here. This shouldn't be.
There is no foul for defensive pass interference in the play. The contact is legal. Incomplete pass, second down.
Okay, let's take a look at it. Now you judge. No, I think that's a great job of picking up the flag. I think he got there just about exactly when the ball got there. Or see Coach Morris, he didn't like that one.
Well, the main thing is get it right.
Yeah,
those officials,
and they did.
That's what you want.
That's a nice job by that crew.
2nd and 10. Well, Sean Brophy and company have looked like they've been in quicksand the last couple drives through most of the second quarter, trying to get things jump-started here. They had a touchdown drive in the first. Here's Brophy looking to throw it to the sideline. And a short gain shy of the 30-yard line, hauled in by Amir King. And they're looking at A 3rd down and about 5.
This air raid offense is based on the ball coming out on time, and Brophy has been holding on to the football too long. He's had a lot of pressure. They're doing a good job of getting in his face. The ball's got to come out earlier, quicker decisions.
3 receivers right to the left. Empty set here. Brophy, deep ball, and he overshoots his intended receiver. He was trying to get it to Philip Baptiste. Double coverage back there. They'll have to punt it.
Yeah, it looks to me like Brophy's lost his poise a little bit in the pressure. Let's give the Montana State Bobcats credit. The pressure they've put on him the last 3 series now, they're really starting to pay dividends.
Well, here's David Balcom, who is a rugby-style guy out of Gordon, Australia, with Cassis awaiting the punt back at the 34. Again, kicking into the wind. Gets the kick away from the 20. End over end. Fair catch called for and made by Cassis at the 36.
All right, 2:05 to go. Relatively good field position. Boy, what a job that Coach Morris, he's 33, 1-10 to FCS playoffs. Are you kidding me?
Look at the guys he has coached under. Comes from a receiver's background, 184 career receptions with the Red Raiders, a native of Shallow Water, Texas, up here in the cold country.
You know, the most impressive thing, he came, obviously, all those coaches, that's a passing air raid offense, but he wanted to run the football, and he's done it effectively.
Montana State from the 36-yard line. Afonso straight ahead, trying to move the pile, and he does. Great leg churn up to the 41. They pick up 5.
Yeah, nice job by the offensive line. The offensive line is a strength for this. They're a veteran crew with Brott and Neil, Tuiasosopo, Lewis Kidd, and Connor Wood. This is a veteran crew.
You see Brott there, the left tackle, nasty, all Big Sky guys. They throw to the sideline, and there's McCutcheon with the grab, and that's a 1st down. That quick pattern, effective out of bounds near midfield.
One of the better throws that Troy Anderson has had. He put that one right on the money.
They still have their timeouts, all 3. As you look at the guys that do the dirty work up front, they love to run the football.
Yeah, they do. And, of course, the center, Alex Neal, he's the leader. Civil engineering major.
From the Cardinals, 49, straight ahead, it's Afonso, runs into a wall there. Bunch of red hats on the ball, and a yard, and that's about it.
They brought the tight end, Connor Sullivan, across the formation, and he tried to block Malik Harris, 92, and all he did is dive at his feet, but it was effective because he didn't take him on high.
2nd and 8 for Anderson, rolling left, throwing on the run, it's high and incomplete. You know how tough that throw is. You've coached a lot of quarterbacks going left like that.
Hard to go to your left and get your hips and shoulders turned and make a good throw. And the reason Montana State got in this situation Anderson is not really a quarterback. I mean, he's a great athlete, but that's not his role in life. He's a linebacker or a running back. But they had some injury problems at quarterback. They lost their starter to
He's going to take a shot here.
Got it!
Connects with Johnson inside the 10-yard line on a 3rd and 8. Airs it out, and he shows the strength of his arm. He's been working on his touch, but there's been no doubt about the strength that he delivers. It's 1st and goal.
He has to be able to make throws like that against this loaded box, and he did right there.
Afonso now, straight ahead, inside the 5 and down to the 3. And here comes a flag late after the play.
49 seconds remaining.
This going against the Cardinals here. Could be Malik Harris involved, or was it Montana State? We'll sort it out. Harris was in the middle of things, but this could be a big call. It could back him up, or they'd have the ball inside the 5-yard line.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense, number 76, 15-yard penalty. The down counts. 3rd down.
Lewis Kidd. Now here's the previous pass play to Johnson.
Terrific throw. Again, no safety in the middle field. Loaded box. He finally made him pay the price.
And then Kidd and Harris getting involved, and Kidd whistled for the personal foul penalty after they took it inside the 5.
I think he responded to something from Harris, because they did take Alexander off the field, and I don't know what that's your best defensive player. I wouldn't take him off the field ever.
Well, that's one thing Coach Cho can't be pleased. The penalties have been so costly for this Montana State team, and instead of having it inside the 5, it's now back at the 18-yard line.
That's a killer, and that's the second time now they've been knocking on the door the whole first half, and their offense has had one field goal out of it, and that's a killer.
So it'll be a 2nd and goal from the 18. Anderson and company in field goal range for Bailey, who's already connected one time. They have their timeouts left. On play action, over the middle, it's delivered. It's a strike, caught inside the 1.
What a great throw that was. And this is exactly what we expected. He could be streaky as a thrower, and he's made 2 great throws back to back.
McCutcheon and Cassis have been big as receivers all season long, and they're going to take a look at this Cassis catch. The ruling is just short of the goal line. Did he make it across the goal line?
And I'll tell you, he takes the shot right here. Look at this throw. Right on the money. I mean, that was double covered. That was an NFL-type throw. Wow. Let's see. You know, it's hard to tell from that angle.
Excellent shot here by the guys in the truck. Camera crew.
I think the spot was correct. I think they have it at about the 6-inch line, and I think that is the correct spot.
Well, how valuable is Cassis as that receiver slash kick returner slash punt returner slash running back? They've got a 3rd and goal. They rule it just shy of the goal line.
Look for quarterback sneak here. Let's see if that's what they do.
Anderson straight ahead behind the big heavies. He's in. Touchdown.
Well, that was a great job by the center, Alex Neal, and the guards, Tuiasa Sopo and Kidd. They got a good push, and that's a 225-pound guy. Let's give him an extra push.
And that is a school record 20 rushing touchdowns this season for Anderson.
Wow. What a year.
And it helps to be 230 plus at that quarterback's butt. Bailey for the PAT, and that one is no good. He misses for just the 4th time all season, and it's an 18-7 game.
Snap was a little bit high, threw the timing off.
Well, there's a look at the numbers. He's had better games, but his team's up by 11, 8 plays, 69 yards in that drive.
You know, I couldn't wait to get in here and see him on tape. And he reminds me of Tebow. He's faster than Tebow. Probably doesn't throw the ball quite as well as Tebow did, but hey, he did on that series, and that's all that counts.
He's got the number 15.
You know, they call all the team here, they call him Golden Boy Troy. I mean, he's got a 4-point average in engineering. You know, he's a handsome kid. He's a great athlete. He's humble. They call him Golden Boy.
Yeah, Coach Cho jokingly said he's the guy you love to hate in a good way. That was a compliment.
I understand that.
So 18-7. The kicking woes for both teams have been something that has been magnified here, but it's an 11-point lead, and that was a big score right before the break.
Huge. Especially because it's frustrating for an offense. You get down there, and you don't score. And finally, they got it. And finally, they beat the loaded box with a throw down the field.
So they get a field goal and a touchdown from their offense, as that one is a short kick fielded at the 25-yard line, and Incarnate Word will have the football right there. Coming up on our halftime report, we'll take a look at the story of Harvard undergraduate Ben Abercrombie, whose lifetime passion for football has now become a day-to-day fight to overcome a serious injury. We'll take a look at the brackets as well and all the action in the first round of the FCS Championship, plus first half stats and highlights. Great venue here in Bozeman. First round FCS playoffs. Incarnate Word, first ever trip, the 9th trip for the Bobcats. And that one is incomplete as they tried to swing it out to the right side for Dickens, who lined up as receiver.
Yeah, the last 3 series in a row now, the Cardinals have been out of whack on offense. The timing's been off. The throws haven't been there. They've had good pressure on them, but the ball's not coming out on time, and that's part of the reason.
Little delay, and that's an effective run for Dickens up to the 33-yard line. It's cold. It's not wet out there. It's not. You can't really blame weather, can you?
No, I don't think cold weather really has that much of an impact. This wind that they're going into right now, that's a different story.
It's a different kind of weather, as Incarnate Word will call a timeout here. And they have one remaining, looking at a 3rd and a couple.
You know, of course, both teams have the heaters on the sidelines. And I have to be honest, I think UIW is using the heater a little more than Montana State.
Well, here's a look at bids by conference. Of course, the Colonial having a sensational year. Big Sky has always been good, as has the Missouri Valley. But look at the Southland. 3 in, Nichols and Lamar the other 2.
Yeah.
And Coach Choate, 4th place in the Big Sky, a banner year for them. 3 teams awaiting 2nd round play, getting byes in the 1st round. Weber State, UC Davis, and Eastern Washington.
You know, and in recent years, Montana State has been knocked out twice by teams from the Southland.
3rd and 2. They'll throw to the sideline, and a catch is made for a 1st down. Out of bounds is Cam Williams. Filer runs him out, and they only have 9 seconds now to work with.
Yeah, that's a good job by Filer of forcing that ball back inside to your pursuit. He took on the block, he forced it back. Good job. That guy's a load blocking now. He is a big dude.
We'll go 3 receivers to the right here. Maybe a shot at a couple pass plays. Brophy, Baptiste the catch, and he's knocked down inbounds. And down at the 49-yard line. Filer on the tackle. And they're going to call their final. They'll get the 1st down. They'll stop the clock momentarily, and now they'll call the final timeout and take one more shot.
Yeah, 3 seconds to go, and we'd expect to see some kind of a Hail Mary formation here. Most likely a trips to the wide side of the field.
We talk so much about this air raid, and it's a lot of people getting involved, but they have a couple guys in Baptiste and Edwards they've really leaned on, a couple senior guys.
Yeah, and I'd say Baptiste is an outstanding receiver. The air raid offense is, of course, Coach Leach is the guy that really started the whole thing. It can really get, and it's based on the fact that the ball comes out fast. It's hard to blitz it and get pressure, but the ball's got to, it's quick reads and the ball gone. And the last 3 series, that's where Brophy has fallen down a little bit. He's hanging on to the football. The ball's not coming out as fast as this offense requires.
They have a 6-play, 71-yard touchdown drive in the 1st quarter, but that's it. And you can see the numbers in favor of the power team, Montana State so far. Could be the final play of the half. A little hook and ladder. Baptiste the catch. And that's not going to get it done, as run out of bounds is Edwards by Allen. And we've reached halftime. 18-7 Montana State. Your impressions through the first half?
Well, finally Montana State was able to take advantage of that loaded box with no safety in the middle of the field. And Anderson made a great throw. They made 2 great throws on that last drive. That's the difference to me.
18-7, our halftime score. Montana State looking for their 8th win of the year on home turf. Incarnate Word, a tremendous season as well out of the Southland, looking for win number 7. They were the Southland co-champions. And the Montana State offense finally got things going there in that 2nd quarter, and that has to be promising for them.
Absolutely. And again, Troy Anderson is a guy that is kind of a streaky as a thrower. And he got a hot streak very late in the second quarter. And really, to me, that's the difference. And there you see the wind, I think, has picked up here a little bit. It definitely has picked up from the start of the game, and it's going to be a factor in the second half.
Montana State, a big win at Montana. Now they're into postseason play, and Coach Jeff Choate joins us. Coach, talk about offense, defense, and special teams. You got a little bit of everything. What were your impressions of the first half?
Yeah, I thought it was a little sloppy, quite honestly. We had 3 procedure penalties. We had two unsportsmanlike conduct penalties that were costly for us. Obviously that block punt gave us some momentum, but this is a good offense. They're going to make some adjustments, come out. We're going to have to continue to play well on the defensive side, and we've got to find a way to run the ball. They've done a nice job of packing the box. Obviously, it was critical for us to be able to throw the ball down the field on that last drive.
That was going to be my question, Jeff. They have loaded the box the whole first half, and Anderson finally made some throws against it, which really helped.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, they did a great job for us, both he and Travis, and then I actually thought Kevin was in on that last one, but that was critical.
Coach, thank you for your time.
You bet. Thanks, Doc.
Halftime here in Bozeman, an 18-7 lead for the Bobcats. Over Incarnate Word, FCS first-round playoff action from Big Sky Country. Halftime coming up.
Rockets, Spurs at 8. Nuggets, Blazers at 10:30. Friday on ESPN. Presented by State Farm.
Duke looks like they're going to have a tremendous season.
Hold up, let me get up in it now. I'm here to win it now. LOGIC, I'm feeling free, I'm finna bring it now. I get up when I'm down.
Each brings a different skill set, something they do extraordinarily well. Somehow this one seems different.
The ACC Big Ten Challenge. Indiana takes on number 1 Duke, Tuesday at 9:30 on ESPN.
What is this guy doing?
I can't get through the gate. The gate is narrow.
Unbelievable.
All right, hey, what do you want me to do? Just back up. I'm stuck.
Monday Night Football is in your future.
Give thanks for an AFC South feast as J.J. Watt and the Red Hot Texans go for their 8th straight win against the division rival Titans. So bring on Monday. Because Mondays are made for Monday Night Football. Titans-Texans, Monday at 8:15 on ESPN.
Under these lights, it all comes down to this. Defeat a longtime rival and solidify your place in the playoff.
I'm gonna make it! Living your life control. It's gonna be so cold. Yeah, you're a natural.
Win and you're in on Saturday night.
Montana State. No other player at Harvard or the FCS showed the passion for the game more than the Crimson's Ben Abercrombie. But last season, a serious early season injury turned his focus from a will to win to a will to live.
In his first preseason camp for the Crimson, Ben made an instant impression and got a quick nickname.
It's like the third week of camp. In the middle of the practice, tight end ran his route, but he was overthrown a little bit. Ben dives and catches it, like diving catch, basket catch, and lands on the ground. Everyone goes nuts. And that's when he earned his nickname, Badger Crombie.
I said, you fly around like a badger, just like a madman. I said, Ben, you're going to make an impact. You're going to play this year.
For the 2017 season opener at Rhode Island, Ben was the only freshman on defense to make the trip.
I actually tore my hamstring on the opening kickoff. And Ben, as a freshman, and I'm thinking he's gonna be rattled, like he's not ready to go in. He walks over to me, looks at me, slaps me on the leg and goes, "Hey, I got you."
I really don't know what I was expecting. I was just trying to take in the moment. It's my time to play, my time to go.
It happened right in front of me. They had a big 6'4" wide receiver. He goes up to get a ball right on the sideline. Ben comes up to hit him.
That was his first collegiate tackle, and we were like, Ben just lit this kid up. And the kid hit the ground hard, Ben hit the ground, and when Ben hit the ground, his body went stiff. And everyone kind of got quiet at that point.
I knew something was very wrong. It like he was frozen.
You know, we were just looking at the TV going, "Move, please move. God, move him."
The hit broke Ben's neck and compressed his spinal cord. His C3 vertebra was dislocated, the C4 fractured.
You tell me when you're high enough to eat.
14 months after the injury, he cannot walk. He cannot breathe without a ventilator. The signals from his brain do not reach his body.
You depend on another person for pretty much everything in your life now, and I'm still hoping that'll change.
Let's go back first. Ready? And we're back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're up.
He got interrupted his journey of going to college, and it just stopped. This is the first step to get back.
The first step is a big one. Ben is making his first trip back to Cambridge, to his campus, and to his team.
Hey, Ben, you're 4 minutes late. You're going to have to do a couple laps in that sucker.
Yeah, I know.
How you doing?
I'm not on a Harvard time.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Can you join us?
Yeah.
Okay. Follow me.
This is just another step coming back to Harvard for the guys to see him. Let them know that's still the same old Ben. That's still our brother. That's still our boy.
I wasn't even there for that long, and they're 100% committed to me, and I'm 100% committed to them.
Hey, you're an inspiration, bro. Every single game, bro, we're playing for you.
Thank
we
you.
love you, man. Keep fighting.
Miss you, brother.
Miss you, brother.
Miss you, brother. Miss y'all. Just get back up, and that's exactly what you got to do when you're sitting in this chair. You're gonna have to get back up.
Rockets, Spurs at 8. Nuggets, Blazers at 10:30. Friday on ESPN. Presented by State Farm.
Duke looks like they're going to have a tremendous season.
Hold up, let me get up in it now. I'm here to win it now. LOGIC, I'm feeling free, I'm finna bring it now. I get up when I'm down. Almost
Each brings a different skill set, something they do extraordinarily well. Somehow this one seems different.
The ACC Big Ten Challenge. Indiana takes on number 1 Duke, Tuesday at 9:30 on ESPN.
What is this guy doing?
I can't get through the gate. The gate is narrow.
Unbelievable.
All right, hey, what do you want me to do? Just back up. I'm stuck.
Monday Night Football is in your future.
Give thanks for an AFC South feast as J.J. Watt and the Red Hot Texans go for their 8th straight win against the division rival Titans. So bring on Monday. Because Mondays are made for Monday Night Football. Titans-Texans, Monday at 8:15 on ESPN.
Under these lights, it all comes down to this. Defeat a longtime rival and solidify your place in the playoff.
I'm gonna make it! Living your life control. You're gonna be so cold. Yeah, you're a natural.
Win and you're in on Saturday night.
Big Sky Conference against the Southland Conference, and a power run game against the air raid attack. And so far, Montana State has the upper hand. As we look at some other scores in first-round play, FCS Championship on the road to Frisco, Texas. Nichols, a really good team that already has a win over Kansas this season, looking good against San Diego.
Yeah, San Diego's a good football team, too. And, of course, the games in the East now, they should be ending here, I'd say, within probably the first quarter of this game, and we'll know exactly who's going where. Southeast Missouri State and Stony Brook historically is very, very good. That's a great start.
Northern Iowa playing in the UNI Dome and hoping to advance their big favorites against Lamar. We'll see how that shakes out as well. The winner here will get North Dakota State at the Fargo Dome next weekend, the defending FCS champs. Montana State leads by 11. Highlights and stats coming up.
Rockets, Spurs at 8. Nuggets, Blazers at 10:30. Friday on ESPN. Presented by State Farm.
Duke looks like they're going to have a tremendous season.
Hold up, let me get up in it now. I'm here to win it now. LOGIC, I'm feeling free, I'm finna bring it now. I get up when I'm down.
Each brings a different skill set, something they do extraordinarily well. Somehow this one seems different.
The ACC Big Ten Challenge. Indiana takes on number 1 Duke, Tuesday at 9:30 on ESPN.
What is this guy doing?
I can't get through the gate. The gate is narrow.
Unbelievable.
All right, hey, what do you want me to do? Just back up. I'm stuck.
Monday Night Football is in your future.
Give thanks for an AFC South feast as J.J. Watt and the Red Hot Texans go for their 8th straight win against the division rival Titans. So bring on Monday. Because Mondays are made for Monday Night Football. Titans-Texans, Monday at 8:15 on ESPN.
Under these lights, it all comes down to this. Defeat a longtime rival and solidify your place in the playoff.
I'm gonna make it!
you're in on Saturday night.
And we talked about the power run game of Montana State in the air raid of Incarnate Word, and Incarnate Word had a good drive in that first quarter. Coach Eric Morris joining us now. Coach, what do you need to do to get that offense going here in the third quarter?
Yeah, we just got to execute routine plays. We're not being routine at all. They're dictating the tempo, not us at all. Haven't got the running game going at all, so that'll be something huge in the second half. We got to get the running game going.
Coach, thank you.
Coach, obviously they're trying to attack the perimeter. Your two defensive ends have been fantastic.
Yeah, really good players. Defense has played fantastic. They had one touchdown given up on them. They're late, but the whole entire half they played stellar defense, and they'll continue that this half.
Thanks for your time, Coach Morris.
Appreciate you.
A candidate for the Coach of the Year at the FCS level. His team down 11 at the break. We're back with more from Bozeman.
Titans Texans, Monday at 8:15 on ESPN.
Duke looks like they're going to have a tremendous season.
Hold up, let me get up in it now. I'm here to win it now. L-O-G-I-C, I'm feeling free, I'm finna bring it now. I get up when I'm down.
Each brings a different skill set, something they do extraordinarily well. Somehow this one seems different.
The ACC Big Ten Challenge. Indiana takes on #1 Duke, Tuesday at 9:30 on ESPN.
What is this guy doing?
I can't get through the gate. The gate is narrow.
Unbelievable.
All right, hey, what do you want me to do? Just back up. I'm stuck.
Rockets, Spurs at 8. Nuggets, Blazers at 10:30. Friday on ESPN. Presented by State Farm.
The FCS level has its team in front of Incarnate Word 18-7 as we open up the second half from Bozeman, Montana. Special teams, Askelson a punt block, McCutcheon the recovery to get the Bobcats started.
Yeah, the true freshman, Askelson right there, huge, biggest play of the first half.
And that got them off to a good start. Then they started using that power run game as Anderson worked behind the big guys up front.
Yeah, and that's a 225-pound quarterback. He pushed the pocket himself.
There were some miscues on both sides, though.
Yeah, the fumble right here by Amir King was a huge play in the first half. And then, of course, this one, wow. I mean, the intentional grounding in the end zone. There it is. That's a safety.
That gave Montana State a 9-7 lead. They get a field goal and a touchdown to extend the lead to 11. And this is an air raid offense that looked really good on that drive in the first quarter. You can see how they put pressure on you. How do they get some of those things back? We'll see.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of things. Number one, the quarterback has to get the ball out sooner and make quicker decisions.
Cardinals will get the football first, and this will be a return for Cody Edwards across the 20-yard line, out to the outside, cuts it back against the grain. A nice return, and he's finally tackled at the 34. Let's take a look at the first half numbers, and the rushing yardage is what stands out.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, Montana State leads in total yardage as well, but have dominated the rushing yards, which you would expect. That's who they are. That's what they do.
Sean Brophy's first ever start at this level. Saw action last year as their quarterback in place of John Copeland in this one, a finalist for the Jerry Rice Award for the top freshman at the FCS level. Brophy hoping for some magic here in the second half as they'll run the football with Dickens off the left side to the 37, pickup of 3.
You know, and I really don't think Dickens is 100%. He turned the ankle on the first offensive series on that reception. And because I've seen this kid when he's full speed, and I don't think he is in this game right now.
First team All-Southland Conference running back. They'll give it to him again, straight ahead. Hit initially, and he spins out of a tackle and up to the 42. And they've got a 3rd and manageable here, 3rd and 2.
Yeah, and again, this is not normally what you would see out of UIW. Running the football 2 plays in a row to start the second half. That's interesting in itself.
There's Michael Jobman, the sophomore, on that last tackle. They'll go 2 receivers to each side here. Just underway 3rd quarter. Again, it's Dickens straight ahead. Slants off the right side. The ball comes out, but he was down, and it will be a first down at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, I definitely thought he was down. We had a play in the first half that Montana State went their way when I did not think he was down. But he's definitely down right there. No question about that.
The senior from Seminole, Florida. They'll throw it this time to the sideline, and the catch is made for a short gain. Allen on the tackle.
To Lamont Johnson.
See, on these quick screens, Trey, they got to hit him right in the numbers. He really had to go down low to catch the football. That hurts in terms of, gaining momentum to, get the ball going north and south.
Lamont Johnson gets him 5 on that reception. 2nd and 5 now from the Bobcats 45. Working quickly. Here is Dickens sprinting up the middle, and another first down to the 34. It's Jobman on the tackle, and you're starting to get a flash of what this guy is all about. Over 1,000 yards rushing this season.
Oh, he is a good football player.
He had 213 yards rushing at Central Arkansas in their last game. They'll throw it this time. Baptiste to the sideline. And there's a sense of urgency for this team, and they're putting the pedal to the metal. Jobman on the tackle.
And that staff on the sideline is not happy. Ty Okada misaligned on 2 plays in a row because they're in a triple formation into the boundary.
First down from the 23. Pump fake. Brophy, flag is thrown, completes it to Baptiste on the sideline, and he's out of bounds at the 20, a pickup of 3.
Yeah, and a good job by Montana
Holding.
State.
Offense number 72. 10-yard penalty. First down.
That's Flores, the center.
Yeah, and they just changed their whole defensive front, did Montana State. They're going very fast. Oh my golly, that's a pretty good tackle. You should put him on defense.
Right in front of the official there. And they back him up now to the 33, where it's 1st and 20.
Wide open.
Brophy on target. The delivery to Edwards. He's inside the 10. Cuts it back. Touchdown Cardinals.
Well, now everything got turned around right there because they were running the football well, so Montana State loaded the box, and that left that wide open.
Cody Edwards, his 4th touchdown receiving, and what a drive out of the break for Coach Morris.
Watch this throw right on the money, wide open. Missed tackle. Killer drive.
Marshall for the extra point. 7 plays, 66 yards, and the PAT makes this an 18-14 game. The air raid has 2 touchdown drives. This has been the most impressive.
That's a terrific throw right here.
Cody Edwards makes some men miss. We have a 4-point game. Great offense, one of the top passing offenses at the FCS level, clicking on a couple drives. The first one to start off this third quarter, and it's now a 4-point game.
Yeah, and I think two things. One, the tempo was huge in that they really went fast, and they ran the ball effectively.
Fourth in the FCS in passing yardage this year, 324 per game for this UIW unit, as they will kick it away here. And that goes out of bounds, and that will help out Montana State. How about this drive? 7 plays, 66 yards.
Yeah, and again, tempo and running the football effectively. The offensive line did a nice job. And again, then Montana State, after this run, tried to put 8 in the box, and there's the throw, and that's how you beat that coverage. Missed tackles, killers.
Yeah, Conkle, one of the guys that has been a sure tackler throughout this game, missing there. That kickoff out of bounds now by the place kicker, or the kickoff specialist, Rhett Marshall, sets up the Bobcats at the 35-yard line. They'll hand it off straight ahead, and it's Afonso, and he moves the pile forward to the 40.
Good push by that offensive line. They have really been not effective running the football inside against UIW today.
Fonze, a guy that went for 146 against Wagner, over 100 against Idaho State and Portland State. But Anderson has been their bell cow at the quarterback spot, rushing the football. 2nd and 5 now. Cassis in motion. Anderson to the far sideline. A diving catch is made over there as he goes to his running back, Carl Tucker, a little bit short of the first down. It'll be a 3rd and 1 coming up.
You know, and the one guy that we haven't seen much of in the first half from Montana State is Travis Johnson, the quarterback transferred from Oregon who moved to wide receiver. He had over 100 yards last week against the University of Montana.
And they'd like to use him in the fly sweep. Let's see on 3rd and 1 here. They'll go to Fonze straight ahead, and he has a first down. And credit those guys up front. They're starting to lean on the Cardinals a little bit. The offensive line winning some battles here at Montana State.
Veteran group, we got all starters back, a senior, a sophomore, and Connor Wood, the redshirt freshman.
The goal coming in, run it first, maybe go over the top from time to time. Normally a huddle team, though they have shown they can up tempo from time to time as they put 2 tight ends on the left side of the formation this time. Anderson, pump fakes, going to tuck it, and he's tackled right at the line of scrimmage. That's a great discipline there. Wes Lambert in on the stop.
Yeah, and that was a good decision by Troy Anderson. He was trying to hit the sideline pattern, and it was very well covered.
It was so important on first down if you're the Cardinals to put them in a 2nd and long situation, knowing they love to run the football.
That's exactly right.
Now you've got Johnson split left and McCutcheon and Cassis to the right side.
Now they're playing coverage. Now they don't have 8 in the box, but they're blitzing from the weak side.
And they'll run Anderson left, and he has a seam and a first down. And Anderson inside the 35 and out of bounds. Cam Knight finally caught up with him. And Anderson is a guy that loves to run the football, and you can see why.
Yep, and they brought Silas Stewart from the other side of the formation, and that's a great play call. Well blocked by the wide receivers, Travis Johnson right there in particular.
First down at the Cardinals 32, wants to throw it now. Instead, he'll tuck it and run it. That's their best offense. Whether they show pass or run, he's down to the 26. Wes Lambert on the stop.
Right, you know, as a player, you always go back to your comfort zone. He's comfortable running the football and good at it.
Last year's Big Sky Freshman of the Year. This year, first team All Big Sky. Their leading passer and rusher has him in a 2nd and 4 situation from the 26. Ifanse now, straight ahead, spins out of 1 tackle. Boy, that is tough running there. And a 3rd and short coming up.
Yeah, I noticed that on film looking at tape yesterday. He really spins and he has very good balance. And he is a north and south guy. You mentioned earlier, he's not that big. You know, he's only 190 pounds, true freshman. Oh, that is Silas Stewart down for UIW. That would be a huge loss.
Stewart shaken up. We'll take a break with 9:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. Montana State in front by 4. And it's number 15's call here from the gun. And you got to think he's going to call his own number, right?
This looks to me like it's an audible.
And they're going to split him out instead. They have Johnson in at the running backs, or the quarterback spot, taking the snap. Fakes it, keeps it. Johnson straight ahead, and he has a first down. So they cross him up a little bit, but the effective quarterback run nonetheless.
And Johnson is a very good athlete. He was right in it in the quarterback competition. They decided to go with Troy. Too good of an athlete not to be on the field. So he went to wide receiver, and he's had a nice year.
He's a dual threat quarterback in high school out of Fullerton, California. Again, they split Anderson out. And Johnson again to take the snap. Steele in motion. He'll take the pitch. Steele trying to get to the outside. He does. And he's knocked down at the 10-yard line. And that should be good enough for a first down.
Yeah, that's very close to a first down. Depends on the spot. This is, this is the other way to beat the loaded box, the jet sweeps. Nice job of advancing the football. He definitely got into there. That's 1st and 10.
1st and goal. Steele, a redshirt freshman from Sheridan, Wyoming. As you look at the red zone numbers, very good in conference play. Just one time they've been turned back today. Trying to add to the lead. Anderson, blockers in front, and he's run out of bounds at the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal from there.
Yeah, he got about 5 yards. That's a very effective play into the short side of the field. This is a big dude. That's pretty good block by Ifanse.
Now, we've seen a lot of different formations, Coach, but this is a power team. Do you deviate from that here?
No, I don't. Hey, they got 2nd and goal from the 5. Pound it.
Fonze to the left of the quarterback. Anderson will keep it straight ahead, puts his head down, and he's inside the 1, just shy of the goal line.
Well, he's close. Look, he lowers the pads right there, and 225. Yeah, he's definitely inside the 1. I'd say about the half-yard line.
3rd and goal.
Is this a sneak again? Let's see.
Calls his own number, straight ahead, hit on the line, and he did not get there. What a stand by the UIW defense. Kyle Covington finally finished him off, but a lot of hats on the ball. It's 4th down.
Yeah, great penetration up front, took away the sneak, and good discipline outside, and again, the speed and running to the football, they do so well. And this looks like the field goal team coming on would give, and I agree, would give them a 7-point lead.
They lose half a yard, so it's 4th and goal from the 1, and they bring Tristan Bailey out there. What a stop for the Cardinals there. Could prove pivotal down the stretch. 19-yard attempt. And Bailey converts on it, and it's now a 7-point game.
Yeah, they put 2 big defensive linemen right in the gap, in the A gaps, took away the quarterback sweep.
7-point game in Bozeman.
These lights, it all comes down to this. Defeat a longtime rival and solidify your place in the playoff.
I'm gonna make it! Living your life control. You gotta be so cold. Yeah, you're a natural.
Win and you're in on Saturday night.
Yard field goal. Incarnate Word, a touchdown drive, and some good defense as they tightened up near the end zone. And hoping to keep that momentum going here after they trailed 18-7 at halftime. Bailey, a short kick. It's returnable. It's going to be Edwards, and he's tripped up at the 25-yard line. Good open field tackle made that time by Tyree Gibson, the freshman.
Freshman out of Lawndale, California. You know, this UIW roster is amazing. They're from all over the country. And a lot of freshmen playing for UIW in particular.
This This is a junior, Sean Brophy from Scottsdale, Arizona. Played at Chaparral High School, the same school that produced Paul Konerko, the great Chicago White Sox baseball player. First down from the 25. Handoff, Dickens, and he's up to the 29. They're getting more in the run game now, and now it puts them in manageable situations. How about the Cardinals, co-champs in their conference?
Well, that's, how about to go from 1-10 to conference champs in the Southland? That's unbelievable. That's Coach Morris right there. Heck of a job.
And they shared with Nichols this year the co-championship and the Coach of the Year in the conference. Coach Morris, candidate for National Coach of the Year. 2nd and 6. Brophy, pressure on the backside. Steps up and fires a strike for a first down. Baptiste with the grab up to the 39. Greg Filer on the tackle.
Yeah, that's one of the few times they've played man-to-man today in the secondary. And again, the ball didn't come out fast, and they had a little bit of heat on him. But that time, Brophy stood up. He made a terrific throw on the crossing route. Filer made a good tackle.
Remember, Brophy came off the bench in the win at Central Arkansas and really started to find his groove in the second half. He's finding it here. Second half in playoff action. They go to Dickens straight ahead. And a couple yards, and that's it. James Williams fills a hole, and man, does he ever, at 325 pounds.
He's a big man. I'll tell you who they're missing today, though. Tucker Yates, number 92, has played sparingly. He had a high ankle sprain against Montana last week, and that has put James Williams, number 90, in. He's played more than he's used to playing.
And Zach Wright also playing as a senior at that spot.
Yep.
Blitz is coming. They'll run into it. And up to the 47-yard line goes Dickens, and it's a 3rd and short coming up, and he's a little bit shaken up. You mentioned the ankle, and he's holding that foot area right now.
And as good as he is, he has not been the same running back that I saw in the opening game against New Mexico.
Well, that was the goal early season. Keep this guy healthy. So valuable. First team All-Southland Conference, finalist for the Peyton Award.
Let's see if we can see exactly what happens here. Right there when he went down. And the complicated matter is Amir King, the backup, fumbled early in the game.
Yeah, Dickens, 5'10", 195 senior. Spent 2 years at Highland Junior College in Kansas, but last year he had 407 yards. He's taken it to a whole nother level, and without him in the air raid, everybody talks about the air raid and throwing the ball. You've got to be able to run it effectively to be a great offense.
Absolutely, and Coach Morris told us in their first scrimmage in the spring, he ran for 200 yards, and he said, hey, shut him down. I've seen enough. He can play.
Tremendous season for Dickens, and let's hope he can shake that off for this team as we look at the top part of the bracket. FCS Championship on the road to Frisco, Texas. North Dakota State awaits the winner. That is a tough chore to go to the Fargo Dome to take on the Bison.
That's the classic elephant in the room waiting.
Bottom part of the bracket, you see 3 Big Sky teams awaiting winners. Weber State, UC Davis, and Eastern Washington. Tremendous season. How about Dan Hawkins at UC Davis? That program rolling.
Has done a tremendous job at Davis. Now, the key, 3rd down. A full 2.
Dickens is off the field. Amir King is on now as the running back. King straight ahead. Runs into a brick wall. I don't think he got there. Zach Wright filled the void. The captain from New Braunfels, Texas. It's 4th down coming up.
That's a great job by him. And the 4th and a 1. Now let's see. Yep, they're going to bring the punter on the field. Now, Balcom has had 14 punts down inside the 20 this year. He's been pretty effective. Let's see if he can do it here.
Cassis is standing back at his 7.
First thing is you got to make good decisions when you're on this. You can't step back to field goal unless it's a line drive.
Gets the kick away from his 39. Cassis stays away from it. It hits inside the 10, rolls out of bounds at the 7. That's a beauty from the Aussie. David Balcom pins the Bobcats deep here late in the 3rd quarter. ESPN's coverage of the FCS Championship continues with second-round coverage on ESPN3. For more information, go to NCAA.com, the official online home for all 90 NCAA championships.
Troy Anderson, let's take a look now. That's the biggest play of the game right there. He made a great throw. That Travis Johnson, 225 pounds now. He can bring it.
And they snap it here from their 7 and run it straight ahead with Isaiah Afonso, and he moves it up to the 13. Malik Harris on the tackle.
You know, in this second half, they have run the football better on the interior of UIW.
Afonso, a guy that can put up big numbers. We saw his physicality. True freshman out of Bellevue, Washington. Picks up 6 on that carry. They'll go to him again. Afonso has a first down up to the 18. Justin Alexander on the stop.
The offensive line for the Bobcats has, in the second half now, are really starting to dominate up front.
You know, the other thing, the reason Montana State's been successful with their offense is they don't cough it up often. 3 fumbles lost coming in to this game. First down from the 18. Fonze again, left side, and he's gang tackled there after a couple yards. Wes Lambert in on the stop.
Yeah, made a nice tackle, open field tackle. We talked to Coach Choate about that. They've had 6 fumbles in the last 22 games. That's incredible. I said, how? He said they got a great drill from Bill Belichick that they do every single day in practice with their running backs. Boy, and they've been effective.
The motto is carry the ball, you're carrying us all, and that has been effective. Second down and long here for Anderson, who wants to put it in the air, steps up and fires. It's caught, a diving catch made by Cassis for a first down at the 34-yard line.
Anderson, from the end of the second quarter on, has made some great throws, and this is one of the better ones. That's perfect, and a great catch by Cassis. That's a great catch. Very well executed.
Junior from El Dorado, California, has helped them in a lot of ways. Moves the sticks with that grab. They'll run it straight ahead, not much doing. I think this is Tyrell Burgess who's checked in. They've used Afonso, they've used Tucker, and now Burgess, a sophomore from Haines City, Florida, gets his first carry.
Yeah, and Logan Jones, who was a good running back for them, has not really played this game.
Here's Luke Turman. Look at the helmet. Think there's some collisions going on there.
Oh yeah.
That's your defensive tackle, junior from Athens, Texas.
3-by-1 formation now. Motion, Cassis.
They rush 4. Anderson in some trouble, trying to evade it. Turman after him, going to run it up to the original line of scrimmage and out of bounds. He evaded pressure there. Malik Harris was after him.
Boy, and the side judge in front of the UIW bench, he took a shot. He jumped right up. Huge third down now. 3rd and about 6. Geez, we're already almost to the end of the third quarter. 55 seconds to go.
UIW a touchdown drive, a field goal in this quarter. As you look at the third down numbers, Montana State has a field goal in their last drive. Anderson looking to run it. Quarterback keeper, and he breaks the tackle and has a first down. That last tackler could not keep him short of the stick, as they had a chance to stop him with Cam Knight, and they continue the drive.
Yep. Yeah, Cam Knight misses this tackle. Boy, he was really upset too. This is quarterback draw all the way. There's the missed tackle. Boy, he is a load in space. Now, this is not little 170-pound quarterback coming at you. This is a running back coming at you.
Strong as an ox, and a first down on the Cardinal side of the field now. Anderson, plenty of time, deep ball. He wants McCutcheon. It's tipped away. Great defense by Malik Phillips, a sophomore corner, with the left hand.
And again, that's what happens when you load the box. You vacate the middle of the field. That was a terrific thought by the Montana State offense, but this is just terrific coverage by Phillips. I mean, he's running stride for stride and reaches in with the left hand. Very nice.
It's a two-time Southland Defensive Player of the Week, showing why he is part of this bright future for this program.
Yep, he's out of Kilgore Community College.
2nd and 10 now. They're going to loop Cassis behind the formation, and the run option. Anderson in trouble, and down he goes. A loss, and that was really read well. It did not look good from the start.
That option was so effective in the first half, but boy, they had it defense perfectly right there.
Juwan Giles with the tackle, and that's the final play of this third quarter. A one-score game here in Bozeman. Montana State led 18-7 at halftime. They lead by just 7. Inspired play so far in this second half from Incarnate Word. Fourth quarter coming up. City, Montana. Should have been here yesterday. Ideal conditions. Chamber of Commerce type day for the 50,000 residents in the area. Get their errands run now. The cold weather is here. Montana State has the lead, and on the march, a flag is thrown as that pass is completed. Anderson to Cassis, but a flag to sort out. They may back him up.
That was, I think, Justin Alexander, number 2, jumped off sides. I think that what the call was. Let's see.
There are 2 fouls on the previous play. Offside, defense number 2. That penalty is declined. Sideline warden on the Incarnate State bench. There's no yardage assessed. At this time, it's only a warning. The result of the play is a first down.
Wow.
So the catch by Cassis moves the chains, first down to 37.
See, Justin Alexander made a huge mistake. He jumped and then he quit on the play. That's foolish.
He's a guy that really has put his imprint on this one, but negatively this time. Now the officials blow the whistles here.
Previous play was a first down. That spot is under further review.
So they'll take a look at this.
Yep, upstairs. The replay officials are going to take a long look at this. I thought it was close. Missouri Valley, and of course the replay official is Matt Conrad.
Coach Choate's team getting a special teams touchdown on a block punt in the first quarter. Their offense really stagnant in that first half, but started playing better as this game has worn on. Here's a look at the play.
Yep. Let's see if we can see the spot here. Oh, he was reaching. I think he got it. I think that's a good spot.
Question is, where is the ball out? Not the body, but the ball. He had it in his left hand.
Yeah, he reached. He knew exactly what he needed, and he reached out with that left hand. And if he hadn't, I don't think they would have got the first down. Let's see. Well,
the knee, though.
The knee is down. Boy, that's a great job by our crew. The knee was down. I think that's short. That's the best shot we've had. I think it's going to be 4th and 1.
Yeah, that's a full yard, if not more, behind the yard line to make.
So now decision time for Coach
After
Choate.
review, the runner was down with the ball at the 38-yard line, short of the line to gain. It will be 4th down and 1 at the 38-yard line. Montana State has still elected to decline the offside foul. 4th down.
And they think in this situation, instead of taking that offsides call, they'd like the 4th and 1 situation.
Well, I agree. They got 14 yards on the play. I mean, that's a positive play. 4th and 1, whether it's a 3rd and 11 or 4th and 1, I'd take 4th and 1.
And they like their chances in these short yardage situations, the way they've run the ball this year. Anderson from the gun.
Yeah, and the box is loaded. And here comes the safety.
They're going to run it with Afonso straight ahead, and he has the first down. Moving the pile inside the 35-yard line. So much confidence for this team between the tackles.
Boy, the right side of the offensive line, Lewis Kidd and Connor Wood, man, did they come off the football. Because that box was loaded. Every gap was filled.
First down at the 35. Afonso, just a freshman. Anderson, just a sophomore. Future's pretty bright for the program.
And they have got a lot of good players. They're redshirting. Jeff has done a great job here.
Play action. Anderson, deep ball. Underthrows it. Flag is thrown, intended for Johnson. And Lewis Otis looks like the guilty party down there.
Yeah, Johnson athletically is clearly the go-to guy for the down
Pass
the field
interference,
throws.
defense number 10, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Now, we're in the fourth quarter. Let's take a look at this play now. Ball was a little bit underthrown. Clearly interference, no question about that. Clearly.
Not a spot foul, 15-yard foul, down to the 20-yard line now. Montana State already up by 1 touchdown, and now they'll split out Anderson again, and they'll go to the Wildcat formation with Johnson, the quarterback. Fakes it to Steele, going to keep it. Johnson inside the 15, a good run on first down, close to 7 yards. Markel Cooks on the stop.
But Travis Johnson is really smooth and fluid. I mean, he kind of took a little skip step there, and he found the hole. And he's good size. He's 6'2", 205.
You know, he could have hung his head. He wanted to be the quarterback here.
Yep.
Yeah, dual threat guy out of high school, has settled into the wide receiver spot, but still playing some quarterback as well. Anderson back in at that spot now on 2nd and short. They'll go to the run game straight ahead, and it's good enough for the first down. Nafonze moves the chains. It's 1st and goal.
I'm amazed, as much as this team runs the football, that they have had 6 fumbles in 22
It's still mind-boggling.
That is incredible.
3 fumbles lost this season, 6th best at the FCS level. And his team knocking on the door again. Coach Choate has him 1st and goal at the 9. This time, couple guys next to the quarterback, Anderson. Gonna keep it. Follows his blockers. Anderson, touchdown. Flag is thrown late. It comes in after the run into the end zone, so hold on. That was the 15th play of this drive. Will it be for a touchdown?
Personal foul, illegal use of hands to the face, offense, number 48, 15-yard penalty, remains first down.
Wow, another costly penalty. That's Ryan Davis, the sophomore tight end from Billings, Montana. They'll back him up.
Okay, watch the left side of your screen. There he is, 48 right there. Let's see, he's right at the point of attack. Boy, that's pretty... That's kind of a ticky-tack call, in my opinion.
Boy, that's a big one. They backed him up to the 19 now, 1st and goal.
Unbalanced.
Penalties have been a concern for the Bobcats in this one. They go back to Johnson at the quarterback spot. Steele in motion. Fakes it to him. Johnson right up the middle. Trying to bounce to the outside. He skips away from a man inside the 5. Touchdown, Montana State.
What a huge play for Travis Johnson. Very well blocked up front. He is very athletic.
And Anderson made a big block. The starting quarterback helping out here.
Great cut right there. Great. And there's the block by Anderson that really sprung him. That is a huge touchdown now. If they can convert here, 28-14 lead, 12:59 in the 4th quarter.
Extra point is good from Tristan Bailey. 16-play touchdown drive, and Montana State cashes in.
Great cut right there by Johnson. That was a great cut. Good vision.
A statement drive by the Bobcats. 16 plays, 92 yards, and a Travis Johnson touchdown run, and they have lined up in a lot of different formations, but every time a quarterback makes a big play, as this is a team that now has a 14-point advantage. The Bobcats starting to flex their muscle a little bit.
Yeah, and the Bobcats, the key thing on that drive is the time of possession now is huge in the favor of Montana State. This staff does a great job of utilizing the personnel that they have.
And they're unselfish. I mean, you've got guys playing different positions. It's all about the team effort. Bailey's kick, fair catch is called for by Henderson, and they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. Heads up play there from UIW. Well, they were down 11 at halftime. They're down 14 now. We know they can strike quickly.
This is what this offense is all about. And you mentioned that was a great decision to fair catch the ball, come out to the 25. I love that rule in college football.
How about Anderson, the quarterback, with a block here to help out the other quarterback, Johnson?
Yep. Let's take a look at it. Right,
boom,
right there. Nice.
Cardinals now from the 25. Brophy to the sideline. Lamont Johnson the catch. Couple yards. They try to strip him. Hangs on to the ball at the 27-yard line.
Good open field tackle by Damian Washington. And I got to mention this. Tyrell Thomas and Jalen Cole, two of their top corners, injured last week. And Damian Washington has come in and played the boundary corner, number 27, and he's played it pretty darn well.
Yeah, that was a concern coming in, how the injured secondary would match up against this air raid. Play action now. Brophy downfield. It's got a man. It's Cam Williams. First down. Ball comes free and stripped out of there. At the 40. Bobcats have it. Braden Conkle. And they get it back. After a big pass play, they turn him over.
Now, they took advantage of the nickelback right there. That's Ty Okada. He's got to carry this. But I'll tell you what. Coco bailed him out right there. That is classic strip. What a play by Coco.
Braden Conkle, a junior from Belgrade, Montana. Strip. And the recovery by Okada.
Of course, they're going to replay it, but I think it's a solid strip. I did not think his knee was down.
They have made it a point of emphasis. That's 9 straight games with a takeaway now for this Montana State defense. They're reviewing this play. Here it is.
Boy, that was a bang-bang play. Here, now, the ball's coming out. No question. The ball's out.
Well, there's the left knee.
Yeah, the knee was down, but the ball was really... He did not have control of the football, I don't think. Wow.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. First down, Montana State.
Big turnover here.
Yeah.
Early stages, fourth quarter.
And that was a bang-bang play. And they have taken advantage of Ty Okada. This kid, they had to change his number to get him in the game. He hasn't played much this year. And, he's got to carry that seam in that zone coverage. He didn't do it, but his teammate bailed him out.
14-point lead and the ball. Handoff to Burgess running off the right side. And the sophomore up to the 46-yard line. And right now they're getting 4, 5, 6 yards a pop. They're getting some push from that offensive front.
They absolutely are. The offensive line is really from about the midpoint of the second quarter on. They have played very, very well. And Tyrell Burgess has been injured. He's not played much. And so he's given them some life.
2nd and 5. They'll hand it off to Afonso, a couple yards up to the 48-yard line. Content to run it here, which is right in their wheelhouse. And this is, if you're an offensive lineman, this is the place you want to be.
This is right where you want to be. And come on, bring it on. Let's go.
Get behind those big guys. Brott, the second team All-Big Sky left tackle. Neal, the captain at center. You mentioned them. They have some young guys, a couple freshmen and a sophomore as well that have been very good. They're going to split out Anderson again. They go to that same look with Johnson at quarterback. Fakes it to Steele. Keeps it straight ahead on 3rd and short. Not going to get there. Shy of midfield. Now they say the ball came free possibly. And no indication yet. And here comes a flag after the play.
Well, that's good to see. Johnson helping a Cardinal up to his feet.
The ball did come free.
Yes, it did.
But a penalty a personal foul penalty against UIW here to move the chains.
And this was Justin Alexander that stripped the ball.
Unsportsmanlike after the play. It would have been 4th down, and the Bobcats have a fresh set of downs now.
Wow.
Ian Peterson, the guilty party. Here's Anderson rolling right, firing downfield for McCutcheon. Incomplete.
Yeah, he was running for his life on that one. And again, that was Malik Harris, number 92, that was after him, and that's an athlete, buddy. Harris and Alexander are they outstanding players.
2nd and 10 now. Again, play action. Again, they'll take a shot with Anderson for the end zone. Johnson! He's got it. Let's see, is it a touchdown? It knocked the pylon down. Is he in?
I think that this is definitely going to be a replay because I think it's...
No catch, they say.
Yeah, I agree. But they're still going to replay it, I'm sure. Let's take a look. Whoa, I thought he had his right foot down. His right foot is down right there.
The right foot is in, right? That's what you're saying.
Absolutely. They better... Coach Schultz should take a timeout and request a replay on this because to me, that's touchdown. Now they are going to go look at it.
The ruling is incomplete. Now look at this again here, Coach. Ball in hands, hits the pylon, then the right foot touches.
Right foot is definitely down, in bounds, no question. I mean,
it was the right foot first, then the pylon. Here's another look.
Yep. Wow, what an athletic play by Johnson, huh?
Unbelievable catch for the junior from Fullerton, California.
They're going to take a while on this one because they're going to look at every single angle they have. But if they look at it at that angle, which they will, I think this is going to be ruled a touchdown.
You know, the initial look, I thought at first he might have hit the pylon first, but the right foot down, then the pylon.
Right.
Touchdown. Ball's across the plane.
You know, I love replay because, you know, I would not like to be the official right there making that call. Let's take a look at it again. What an athletic play.
But in real speed, you can see why it's such a tough call to make.
Look, right foot down. I think touchdown.
How good is this kid? He's a junior. Here's the call. Coming up here, it's a big one.
After review, the wide receiver had his left foot in the end zone prior to touching the pylon. It is a catch and a touchdown.
Well, they got the feet mixed up, but they got the call right.
34-14. Extra point coming up. Montana State taking control here with 10:43 to go. And how about Travis Johnson? A touchdown run and then a touchdown catch.
Boy, he has been spectacular. You know, he really started, he had a huge game last week against Montana, over 100 yards. He's gaining confidence now playing wide receiver.
And they have broken this one open here in the fourth quarter. Bailey's extra point is through there, 35-14. 5 plays, 59 yards. Johnson the catch and the celebration. Bobcats looking good on home turf. Anderson known for his running ability, but showing he has a strong arm as well, hooking up with Travis Johnson, who has 2 touchdowns in this one.
Can you get me a shot of the stands jumping and dancing?
A touchdown run and a touchdown reception, and the lead is 21 here. And this is a team that has shown the ability that they can throw it from time to time. You can't just rest on stopping the run game.
They have thrown it just enough. I mean, he throws it just enough to cause problems. But remember, middle of the second quarter on, he's thrown the ball awfully well. That was a great throw right there.
We went back to that play after coming up empty on the previous pass as, again, a fair catch is called for by Henderson, and they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. You can stream college football all season long on ESPN Plus. Start your free trial today by downloading the ESPN app or visiting ESPNplus.com. I've been all over that, Coach, watching football, delving into a little bit of basketball, but this is a great time of the year.
I love the FCS playoffs. I mean, I wish that they had it on the FCS level as well. It's just nothing better than this.
Cardinals, a lot of work to do, down by 3 touchdowns, and whistles here, and a flag comes in. From the far side, they're going to back him up.
Snap infraction, offense, number 72, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Brandon floors the center with a snap infraction. And let's realize, again, John Copeland's been their starter all season long. These are still things they're trying to iron out with a different quarterback in there.
Boy, I'll tell you, Copeland is a star.
Brophy throws it to King out of the backfield, and he's tackled at the 23-yard line by Tyrone Fa'anono, the senior from Oxnard, California.
That was great hustle on his part. He came a long way. I'll tell you, FCS playoffs first round are tough because it's Thanksgiving break. All the students are gone, and these students live a long way away, believe me, and look at that. Great crowd.
Many of them walking in through the snow here to check out their team, and there's a pass. It's a beauty that's caught by Edwards, and he breaks free. Cody Edwards inside the 20, fumbles the ball. Conkle has it, and he's going to try to bring it back the other way. A flag is thrown. Conkle gets a block, still on his feet. And Conkle finally goes down.
That is a crazy play right there. I want to see what this flag is for. The flag was thrown during the return. So I think Montana State will maintain possession.
Boy, another costly fumble for this UIW offense.
And that's been their mantra this year. They get turnovers and don't give them. They have forced 29 turnovers this season, their defense has, but they have turned it over offensively today.
Edwards looked like he was going to break that one on the short route. Coughed it up. Conkle's been in the middle of a lot of things here. Has a sack, fumble recovery. And we'll sort out the flag. And I think it is post-possession here. Maybe a block in the back.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It looks like they'll have
or most likely a block below the waist, I think. Hey, Conkle has had a huge game. He had the strip fumble, and that was huge in this game. And then recovering that fumble there.
The ruling on the field was a catch, fumble, recovered by Montana State. After the recovery, there were 3 fouls that occurred. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 57 of the recovering team. That 15-yard penalty will be assessed from the spot of the foul. Half the distance to the goal, correction. After the play was over, sideline warning, Incarnate word. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Also, after the play was over, sideline warning, correction, sideline interference with contact on Montana State. Half the distance to the goal. Results, first down, Montana State.
And that right there might be the longest explanation of a foul we have had in college football in quite some time. Great job by the officials here.
We're going to try to follow all this.
Edwards a catch.
Here's the strip right there.
That was Allen.
The recovery.
Conkle. Then a block in the back on Fa'anono, somewhere in there.
Yep.
Then the sideline warning, which was the second against UIW. And after all that, Montana State backed up to their 7-yard line. How about Jeremy Valentine? He gave us a mouthful there.
Yep.
A lot of words. Sorting that one out.
Well, what a run.
It's Afonso on the carry.
He spins as well as any back I've seen this year. That was a great spin move right at the end. Hey, UIW has had 3 fumbles now they've lost today. That is not them.
Under 10 minutes to go here. Montana State a comfortable 21-point advantage. And as a coach, do you play it close to the vest here? I know they've thrown it well, but you need to burn some clock here if you're the Bobcats.
You absolutely do. And your offensive line is humming now. Hey, let them go to work.
Pickup of 9 on that carry by Afonso from the 16-yard line. They'll go back to him, and he has a first down as he runs into a pile at the 20-yard line.
And I'm going to say one thing. The 3 fumbles, they've all been strips. I mean, they've all been outstanding defense by Montana State.
Yeah, Conkle, as you mentioned, a strip, and then a fumble recovery. He also has a sack. They've been opportunistic. Fonse is going to get a breather here as we're under 9 minutes to go.
Boy, in the clock now, you want to just run that football and keep this clock running if you're Montana State.
Troy Anderson, Travis Johnson have been stars in this one. Here's the sophomore on the quarterback keeper off the right side, loses yardage. Back to the 18. Great play by Silas Stewart.
Boy, he is a good one. He's got it all. He's 6'3", 226. He's a senior. He's the captain, is number 12. And I think he'll definitely have an opportunity at the next level.
Got him by the shoe tops there. Here's a look at the senior from Wilmington.
Now, I mean, he can really run.
He also has 3 interceptions this year.
And of course, now you're going to see the play. I'm sure that they've told the quarterbacks, you let that play clock run down till there's 3 or 4 seconds left every snap.
They snap it with 4. They'll run it to the left side. It's Burgess with a big gain. Burgess fumbles. It's loose, and the Cardinals get one back.
That was Silas Stewart that fell on the football.
Boy, the last thing, and this is, again, as a team, they talk about ball security. Only 3 fumbles lost. They lose another one here in this playoff game.
Now remember, Burgess has been injured this year. He hasn't played much until recently, and that looked like it right there.
Luke Turman forced the fumble. Silas Stewart recovered, and we have an injured player as well for Incarnate Word. UIW has the ball back. 30 forced turnovers, but they're down 21. They've got the football near midfield. They'll run it. Nothing doing. And is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Bryce Stirk was in there. Leads the Big Sky in tackles for loss this year. It's 2nd down and 9.
Yep. He is a outstanding player. Transfer from Washington.
Now flag is thrown as Cardinals can't get the snap off.
False start. Offense, number 15. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Trey, the most important stat of the game for Montana State, other than the 3 fumbles, time of possession. Montana State 35-16 for Incarnate Word.
Oh.
I mean, they have not let that Incarnate Word offense on the field much. And boy, really from about the middle of the 2nd quarter on, they have really controlled the time of possession, have the Bobcats.
2 touchdown drives of 71 and 66 yards. And that's it for the Cardinals as they complete one over the middle. Catches made by Edwards. He's had a big game to move the chains here.
The only thing important, the key thing now is, and again, you don't want to get too conservative if you're Montana State. You obviously are going to play coverage. They look like they're in a 2 deep here. They are.
They'll go underneath, and the catch is made by Baptiste. Makes a couple guys miss, and finally dragged down by Grant Collins at the 26-yard line. Short of the stick, the clock will continue to run under 7 minutes. No time to waste. Again, this is an offense that can score quickly. Little margin for error here.
3-by-1 formation.
They'll run it straight ahead as they go to Keandrick Filio, a sophomore from Navasota, Texas, getting a carry here.
Yeah, that was Grant Collins that makes the tackle, the fine middle linebacker for the Bobcats. Local product right out of Bozeman High School. He's had tremendous shoulder injury problems his whole career.
Approaching 6 minutes to go. Play action. Brophy to the sideline. Nobody there. as he just throws it away.
Yeah, that was a terrific coverage by the Montana State linebackers. And that was O'Reilly that got right under the, no, I'm sorry, that was Stirk that got right under the throat. The defensive end dropped in coverage. That was a 3-man rush.
Changing up the play, looking for the call from the sideline. Here's Stirk, the junior. He'll move to a different spot on the field here, and now timeout is called. Confusion. Cardinals burn a timeout.
And they let 30 seconds run off the play clock. That was not smart when they're in that situation.
6:01 to go. A trip to Fargo is on the line. FCS first round action here in Bozeman. Jeff Choate looking for a win in the playoffs. Third season at the helm. Long line of great Montana State coaches. As we turn back the clock to 1982, my broadcast partner, Doug Graber, knows all about the culture here. And this is a proud program. And I know you had a great time in your time here in the early 80s.
Oh, I really did. And you know, they've had some great coaches here. Sonny Lubick, Sonny Holland. And I'll tell you what, this coach right now is doing a great job. He's beaten the Grizz 3 years in a row, and here, that's all that matters. Believe me when I tell you that.
Well, he's adding a little icing on the cake here if his team can hang on, leading by 21, under 6 minutes to go. 3rd and 10. UIW at the Montana State 23. Brophy over the middle. Catch made by Baptiste, and he's knocked down. Let's see where they mark this. They need the
incomplete
13. Did he hang on? No.
Yeah, the back judge makes the call. Let's take a look at it. I thought it was complete myself. No, the ball was coming out on his way down. That's a great call by the back judge. Ball's coming out right there.
Filer hit him to knock it free. 4th and 10. This could be it for the Cardinals with under 6 minutes to go. And just 2 timeouts.
Montana State has been rushing 3 and playing coverage here.
And they whistle this play dead.
Delay of game. Offense number 3.
Wow.
5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Now they've lost their poise here on this drive, no question.
Now it's 4th and 15. They need the 13-yard line to keep the drive going.
8-17 on the year on 4th down.
Brophy, they rush 4 against him, fires it up for the end zone. It is intercepted. It's Conkle with the pick. What a game he's had, and the Bobcats have it back.
Boy, Conkle has had the game of a career right here. He has made plays all over the field. Causing fumbles, recovering fumbles, interceptions.
Has a sack as well.
Yep.
Early in the game.
What a game for that young man. Gets up and get it at the highest point, high point to football. Excellent.
Takes it away from Baptiste, and the Bobcats have it at the 20.
6'2", 200-pound junior. This is his 3rd letter. He's going to be a 4-year letterman when he leaves here.
And with under 6 minutes to go, Montana State looking very good here at home. Coming off the Brawl of the Wild win over Montana. Looking to advance to the FCS 2nd round. Afonso tackled by Silas Stewart. And they really turned up the heat in the second half.
Really
Their offense got a lot better.
About the middle of the 2nd quarter, as soon as Anderson made that one throw, he made 2 great throws in the drive before the half, and they just took off from there.
They were concerned with how to deal with the air raid offense and the way this Cardinals team can stretch the field. 2 impressive touchdown drives, but that's been it. For the most part, they've played pretty well defensively.
And the time of possession, that's been the key to the game, really.
Here's Afonso breaking free to the 40. And finally tackled at the 42-yard line. Cam Knight, Malik Harris helping out over there, and he keeps rolling.
Did you see the spin move? I've never seen it back utilize the spin move as much as this young man. And I'll tell you what, I know from being the coach here how much that Grizzly game means, because I lost it. We won the Big Sky and lost to the Grizz. Not satisfactory for the fans, believe me.
Well, they talk about how it's not just a bowl game or a rivalry game. It's everything wrapped into one. So many kids on this roster from the state of Montana.
Yep.
And Coach Choate was honest with us. He said we had to hit the reset button, and they have found it, that extra gear here in the second half. Afonso straight ahead at the 46-yard line. Wes Lambert on the tackle.
And he, Coach, told me that their Tuesday practice was not good. I mean, players are walking around. Everybody's talking about the Grizz game. They're not talking about the playoffs.
Still into midweek, right?
Absolutely. But he said Wednesday and Thursday we had good practices. That's a heck of a job by the head coach, because that's not easy to do with the team when you come off a win like that, winning the game with 14 seconds to go on a caused fumble on the 1-yard line.
That was quite a game against their arch rival in Missoula. Straight ahead, it's Afonso, and he is close to the first down as he crosses midfield, and this is just where you want to be. Keep the ball, keep the clock running. And this is a team that is playing their best football at the right time, Coach. This will be their 4th straight win if they hang on here.
Oh, absolutely. And they really are on a roll at the latter stages of the season. And they're doing a great job of utilizing their personnel in terms of doing what Troy Anderson does best, Travis Johnson doing what he does best, letting that offensive line control the tempo for him up front.
And it's kind of refreshing to see a power run game in this era of the spread and throwing it all over the yard. They love to run it. And look at Afonso. Great second effort for a first down to the Cardinals 42.
That kid is a true freshman. He is going to be one heck of a player.
Well, we talked about the FCS championship. Of course, a lot of eyes on the Bison. They have won 6 of the last 7. They have the best chance, according to our numbers, but look out for South Dakota State from the Missouri Valley, and Eastern Washington has been a powerhouse from the Big Sky through the years.
Of course, and James Madison is the only one that has interrupted the run that North Dakota State has had.
Yep, 2 years ago. Montana State team looks like they're headed for a trip to the Fargo Dome to face the defending FCS champs as Anderson carries it to the 39-yard line. This kid, just a sophomore.
Wow.
A mechanical engineering major, 4.0 GPA guy, ranch kid from Dillon, Montana.
Tough as nails. Hey,
you could have coached that kind of guy, right?
Oh, I'd love to have coached that kid. And it'll be interesting in the next year in spring football what they decide to do at the quarterback position. They've got a 6'7" freshman they really like, and they really think that Troy Anderson will be better at linebacker or running back.
Pretty good problem to have. Afonso for a couple yards to the 37-yard line. He had 207 yards rushing, did Anderson, against Portland State. Number 2 in Big Sky history for a quarterback.
Yeah.
Just shows you how good he is.
You can see why, too. I mean, come on. He's 225 pounds. He's a 2-time state champion in the 100 meters. Runs a 10. He's got speed, size, strength, brains. Hey, he's good looking. Of course, that's why they call him the Golden Boy.
3rd down.
I bet he's got a beautiful girlfriend too.
3rd and 5 as there's a minute remaining now. Flag is thrown here as Afonso is hit hard and driven backwards. We can't talk enough, though, about this Incarnate Word program. After a 1-win season this year, Eric Moore's finalist for Eddie Robinson Coach of the Year. Yeah. Here they are with
Offside.
6 wins this year.
Defense, number 3, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Result after the penalty is a first down.
When they were in spring practice, they had 60-something players. 60-something players. He had a contest with the staff to see who could recruit and get the most walk-ons. And Brandon Lichtenberg won the contest. And they started practice with 105.
Well, the future bright for both of these programs.
Couldn't agree more.
And the Bobcats in victory formation here, putting the finishing touches on this one. 9 FCS trips, 14 in their history. They're headed to Fargo to take on the North Dakota State Bison. And they showed something offensively. They can throw it, not just run it, and the physical brand of defense is really their forte.
Yeah, and that young man right there was the key because they loaded the box the whole first quarter. They were struggling, and when he made the throws down the field, the game changed.
18-7 lead at halftime, and they win this one going away, knocking off UIW 35-14 here at Bobcat Stadium in Bozeman. It was dubbed as air raid versus the power run game, and the power game wins. And a trip to North Dakota State, it won't be easy, but they're riding high right now, this program.
Oh, hey, this team is on a roll. I mean, their last 4 games, they have been outstanding and getting better every week.
First win in postseason play since 2012. They were last in the postseason in 2014, losing to South Dakota State here. You know about the culture here. This is a special place.
Oh, it really is. And it's down through years and years and years. And, you know, in the state of Montana, no pro teams. It's University of Montana, Montana State. And they love their football.
So Montana State going to 8-4 now on the season. And remember, this is the 4th place Big Sky team. The other 3 teams in this conference are awaiting second-round action. They had the bye. Yep. It's been a great year for the Big Sky this season.
Yep.
Troy Anderson joins us now, one of the stars for Montana State. He has been dubbed the Golden Boy, and you got a lot of help from your guys. It's not just about running the football for you guys. Talk about this victory and especially your second half.
You know, I think we made some good adjustments at halftime. You know, everybody, it was a playoff game, first one here in Bozeman in a while, and you know, so everybody was excited. And we just kind of had to settle down in the second half there, take it one play at a time and do our jobs, and you know, it was a great victory today.
Troy, I thought the key to the game was when you made some great throws down the field late in the second quarter, and everything changed because they were loading the box on you pretty good, weren't they?
Yeah, they definitely were. You know, but we have great receivers and we trust them. Our offensive line always does a great job, run blocking, pass blocking, no matter what the situation is. And yeah, our receivers went and made big plays for us.
Troy, how about the relationship between you and Travis Johnson? Both have been quarterbacks, both of you guys. There's an unselfishness there, isn't there?
Oh, Travis is awesome. You know, it's just what he's done for this team. He's he's always happy in the locker room, always cheering everybody on. We're just really lucky to have him here, and I'm so glad he's my teammate.
Hey, Troy, I know all the people up in Dillon are really proud of you and happy for what you've accomplished today.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Enjoy it.
All right. We will.
Thanks, Troy. Montana State victorious here over Incarnate Word, and they advance to take on North Dakota State in the Fargo Dome. That'll be a 3 Eastern time kickoff, the defending FCS champs, as we look at the top part of the bracket here. Big Sky against the Missouri Valley Football Conference.
You know, I've seen both these teams. I looked at a lot of tape, and I'll tell you, UIW their defense really played well today. They struggled on offense, and there's no question that losing Copeland hurt them. He takes it to a little bit of a different level. But they played hard, and it was a great football game. And that offensive line for Montana State in the second half, they took the game over.
And here's the bottom part of the bracket. Weber State will get Southeast Missouri State. The Wildcats, a great season out of the Big Sky as well. And all games, of course, streaming on ESPN3. On the road to Frisco, Texas, and the FCS Championship. It's been a lot of fun here in Bozeman. A comfortable victory for the Bobcats over the Cardinals, 35-14. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a great win, and I love these FCS playoffs, and I love the way these Montana State kids came back in the game.
All events are airing on the ESPN networks and streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. Thanks to Doug Graber and our entire ESPN crew. I'm Trey Bender. Thanks for watching the FCS Championship. This has been a presentation of ESPN. So long from Bozeman, Montana.